Hey Froggy friends, Kirostyle here and welcome to the Somnium Files nirvanA initiative. Hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me here on stream. I know it's been a while since the last stream, so I really appreciate you guys coming out here. So, if you don't know what this game is, the Somnium Files, we played the first game back in October, and it was just called the Somnium Files, and it's like a murder mystery game with some visual novel stuff and some puzzle solving, and it's created by the same people behind the Zero Escape series. So if you're familiar with Zero Escape, like 999 and Zero Time Dilemma, the story was pretty good. I know those of you that might be waiting for me to play Xenoblade 2 Torn of the Golden Country. I apologize, I thought I was going to play that game first and then this game, but I had the release dates mixed up. So the Somnium Files nirvanA initiative was delayed in Europe. So in Europe, it's actually not out just yet. I think it's coming out next week. And I thought that's when it was also delayed for North America. But turns out in North America, it came out on time, which was last week, but I wasn't able to get to it until today. So we're going to play this game first before we play Xenoblade 2 Torn of the Golden Country. I know a lot of people joined this channel while I was playing Xenoblade 1 or 2. And I swear, I'm not just a Xenoblade streamer, I'm not just a Xenoblade channel, but we will get to that. So, the first the Somnium Files game, I have to say, me in that game kind of started off on the wrong foot if you went back and watched my playthrough of it. And that's mostly because, through random chance of my story action choices, the very first story path I did in that game was the weird one. The one that had weird things happening and a weird sense of humor that just didn't hit right. And I didn't think I was going to enjoy the game, but then I kept doing the other story paths and it turned out to be really good. So I'm hoping this game, and I'm almost certain this game, won't disappoint. But I guess we'll see going into it. And this is a sequel to the first game, so there might be spoilers for the first game. I do know that one of the characters you get to play as in this game is Mizuki from the first game, so I'm excited to see what happened there. Let's get going. Select difficulty, investigation, and Somnium. Quick time events, we could do standard quick time events. We could do standard Somnium. There's a mode that's easier than easy. We'll do standard for now. We'll see how bad it is. I mean, it's not a fighting game, so I think we'll be fine. Start at this difficulty? Yes. Welcome, Euro, and Yux. Welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for coming by. Hey. This story is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual people, organizations, product names, and locations are coincidental. Loading. Oh, there we go. A Strange Tale, Converge, Chapter 0. Okay. Where am I?
You okay, Ryuki?
All right, let's keep going. Next question.
Hi, host. You do not have a face.
In Indian mythology, what is the name of the half-god, half-beast spirits that imbibe sense and are known for their musical ability?
Would you like to view the Sure. Right into things. Inspecting people and objects will progress the story. Okay, thank you. You can freely move the cursor and camera. First, look around and set the cursor on objects that interest you. Boss, I'm lost. Boss. Where am I?
You're joking, right? What are you talking about?
No, I'm not joking. Okay, thanks, boss. What am I doing here?
Just press the button already. You see that button on the table, right? Push it, and you get to answer the question.
What was the
In
question?
Indian mythology, what is the name of the half-god, half-beast spirits that imbibe sense and are known for their musical ability? If you know the answer, spit it out.
You're not exactly being helpful here, boss. Can I examine these people? Apparently not. Monitor. Okay, that was very good commentary. Thank you, Ryuki. Who are you?
You feeling all right there, Mr. Ryuki?
I'm really feeling it.
Look like what? Ah, how about this? I'll repeat the question for you, okay? In Indian mythology, what is the name of the half-god, half-beast spirits that imbibe sense and are known for their musical ability? Now remember, the other teams can press their buttons too if they know the answer. It's that button right on top of your table.
Okay, well apparently these guys don't know the answer, so they're not answering. Oops, sign? Faith face. Signboard. Okay. See, that was my problem with the first game too, is like, there's the environments, right? You can click on things, and people have like commentary, but half the time the commentary is just them saying stuff like this, a signboard, a monitor. Like, it's not even interesting. Why even let me click on it if there's nothing to say about it? A monitor, thank you. A camera, thank you. Like, sometimes you click on things and you actually get funny conversations, but how am I supposed to figure out one from the other without wasting my time? A door, thank you. Okay, so there's no live studio audience. Okay, I guess we'll click the button.
And that's the answer button for the quiz.
Oh, hi Tama. Hello.
Why don't you press it?
Oh, you move, you're interactive, you have arms, you have tiny little arms.
Tama, you mean this button?
Yeah. You better hurry, or the other teams are gonna answer before you.
There we go! Team Popo was the quickest. And your answer is?
Place your cursor on the host and try answering the quiz question. Why don't you just give me the options now? Half god, half beast spirits. I think they're the Gandharva. Because I don't think centaurs are Indian. Or they could be satyrs. Are satyrs Indian? I don't think so. Date? That's the name of the character from the first game. Gandharva? Yay!
That is correct! The answer is Gandharva.
Yeah!
Team Popo gets 10 points for the correct answer.
Popo!
Good job, Ryuki. Keep it up.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's keep going then, shall we? Next question. Are you familiar with the new Cyclops cereal?
Ooh, now we get to good stuff.
What?
No, not you, Mr. Ryuki.
This question is for that person on the other side.
Are you talking to me? Are you breaking the fourth wall?
Who was that?
Hurry now, your answer, please. This is the Face-to-Face Special, a 6-hour quiz show live stream marathon.
6 hours!
Have you forgotten? The question is whether or not you're familiar with the new Cyclops serial killings. Easy, right?
Okay, well... Bing bong.
Oh, and Team Popo presses the button. You must be ready to answer. Ah, but before you do, I want you to take this question very seriously.
I thought the question was going to be, are you familiar with the old Cyclops killings? Like to see if the game wanted to give you a refresher on the first game, but this is on the new ones.
The new Cyclops serial killings.
Wait, no. Oh no, that was the
incident
new
in which
one.
Many victims got their eye gouged out in murder.
Right, I forgot. In the original game, there was like the original Cyclops killings, and then there was the new Cyclops killings, and this game is... I don't think it's Cyclops, it's something else.
Are you or are you not familiar with it?
This will determine if we can dig into the details of that incident in the coming 6 days.
6 days?
In other words, we're asking if we can give you spoilers for the first game.
Who are you?
But don't worry. Even if you don't know anything about it, It won't affect how you progress through this game.
The Cyclops serial killers and what you're about to experience, they got nothing to do with each other. Promise.
Are you sure about that?
So please, just tell me honestly, are you familiar with the new Cyclops serial killings?
Why do I have to click on the host again to answer? I clearly pressed the button. Well, when we played the last game, it was in October. It's still fairly fresh in my mind. Like, some of the really small details, not so much, but I still remember the whole, like, plot. So I'm gonna say I am familiar, and if you guys have not watched my first playthrough of the first game, I don't think it should affect your experience here, but I guess here's your spoiler warning. I am.
Are you sure? Don't be lying now.
Oh, you don't believe me?
Let's give you a simple test just to make sure.
Okay.
The one who resolved the new Cyclops serial killings was Kaname Date of Abyss. On the final day of that investigation, someone was shot in the
shoot.
leg by the culprit. Who was that
I don't remember
someone?
details like that. I think
No
I
need to give me
remember.
their last name, first name only.
Okay, I barely remember people's names. That's the thing I don't really remember. Who was the one who was shot in the leg? I'm pretty. Oh, you want me to spell it? I think it was Moma, wasn't it? I think Moma was shot in the leg. No, not Mom's. Moma. I think it was Moma, right? Okay, no.
Oh, so close.
He was shot somewhere, wasn't he?
Moma did get shot, but he was shot in the stomach, not the leg.
Okay, oh, thank you, host, for correcting me. Okay, at least I typed in someone's name right. I guess I could be happy about that. It wasn't Iris, and it wasn't Hitomi, and it wasn't... Was it Mizuki? Was Mizuki shot in the leg? I think she might have been shot in the leg.
Oh, but I feel bad for you. I'll give you one more chance. Think about it now, okay? The name of the person who was shot in the leg by the culprit.
Was it Mizuki? I think it was Mizuki. Yay!
Oh, not bad.
Thank you for giving me a second chance, Mr. Host.
You're correct. But you could have just gotten lucky.
Oh, come
How
on.
about we go for one more round?
I thought it'd be multiple choice.
Who is the true culprit of the new Cyclops serial killing?
Oh gosh, I remember
Answer
who
with
it
just
was.
the first name
I don't
again,
remember his
please.
name.
Let's have it.
Shoot, it was So's son. Shoot, what was his name again? So's son was named. It was a Japanese like boy's name. Oh yeah, it was Saito. Yes. Aha. See, I remember things.
Wonderful. That's another right answer.
Yeah.
Sorry for doubting you.
Yeah, you should be. Even though I thought Momo was shot in the leg, but that's fine.
You really do know about the new Cyclops killing.
I didn't think they would, like... I thought they were just like, okay, yeah, you're familiar with it. I didn't think they'd quiz me and then quiz me on, like, the final parts of the game. I thought it was just gonna be, like, who did you play as in the last game? Way to really spoil us.
Oh, did you hear that sound? That means the next question will be the last.
Oh, are we at the end of our 6-hour live stream?
Are you ready?
Yes.
A precognitive dream is a dream that lets you see the future. But these precognitive dreams,
Are they really? Truly? Real?
Excuse me, Mr. Host, are you okay? I don't feel so good. Oh, can I move? Okay, no, I can't. This is a weird way to start the game. I mean, I know these games are kind of quirky, but... Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
It can't be.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Is this a dream?
Are you okay?
Oh no, boss! I recognize Ryuki's voice, but I don't remember English voice actor names very well. I remember the first game too was surprisingly, there were like a couple parts that were surprisingly graphic. Like they did their best to hide most of the gruesomeness, but oh, what? Oh, I can move my cursor. I wonder how the game's gonna handle having 2 playable characters.
Be careful, Mizuki. I've detected a biological response.
Oh, they gave Aiba new animations. Or portraits. I guess that's another thing we're gonna have to figure out, is how did Aiba get into Mizuki?
3 o'clock. Distance of 315 feet. In the middle row of seats.
At least we won't be making the same, like, not funny, perverted jokes from the first game, I hope. Now you got quick time event me. Did you just bat a bullet? I know Mizuki was supposed to have like super strength, but which they never explained, but yeah, my girl. Wait, did her stick turn into a gun? During the story, with the power of Aiba, you can gain special visual information. Right now, you can zoom and night vision mode function. Select the zoom icon to inspect the enemy in the audience seat. Where's the zoom icon? Oh. This?
Aiba, zoom in. Night vision mode.
Roger that.
Is this them? Is this them? I think it's moving. Can't click on it though. Oh, I can X-ray things.
Use the X-ray next.
Understood.
Found you. Who is that?
Identity unknown. Judging from their figure, they appear to be female.
Ah, so she's jealous, huh? I bet that's it. Why else would another girl target me?
You can't think of any other reason?
Well, sure, but I'm really cute, you know? That's why other girls don't like me much.
I am fairly certain that has more to do with your personality. Mizuki, load Evolver with a stun grenade round. You should be able to knock your opponent unconscious by detonating it near them.
Got it.
Oh, I remember these sequences.
Okay, it's ready.
I will display the alien reticle. Take aim and pull the trigger.
On it.
Oh, ah!
What's with this girl?
Oh. That was a big explosion. Hey Armon, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming by.
Where did she go now?
Detecting the target's footsteps. They seem to be heading toward the stadium exit.
Ugh, can't let them get away.
Mizuki, wait. Even you won't be able to catch up to them. More importantly...
There's something there.
Yes.
Hey, that's...
Is it Date? Like, I have a sinking suspicion that they're gonna kill off Date to avoid spoil. Well, actually, no, I could be wrong. I was gonna say I thought that maybe Date would die in this game early because they would do it to hide the ending of the previous game, because we know because the end of the first game what happens to Date, and you can't really hide that in this game. But then they already freaking gave me the quiz show, and spoil the ending, so...
You recognize him?
Okay, so Aiba does not recognize him.
Yeah, I'm sure of it. I'll never forget. It's...
Wait. Oh, okay, phew. I thought it was...
the left half of his body.
Oh no, his body's clipping through the floor. Like... If the new murderer in this game cuts everyone in half, I mean, I guess that's kind of a shocking murder modus operandi, like in the first game, they had their eyes ripped out. But, like, it's so weird to see the body, like, you wouldn't be able to slice a body perfectly in half like that, unless it was, like, frozen, maybe, and then, like, there's no guts or blood or anything. Like, I know they want to censor it, but it's just kind of weird. Unless they're gonna explain that.
His name is Jin Furue.
Also, that feels like, it feels like a little bit less than half. I know that is half his face, but I feel like a body should be a bit more thicker than that. Or a head should be thicker than that.
I remember it clearly. 6 years ago. At Studio Devita. The... right half of his body.
So it must have been frozen or something, or plastinated. If the two halves of his body are appearing 6 years apart.
Ryuki, what's wrong? Pull yourself together.
Oh, we're back to Ryuki. Oh, hi everyone. Wait, this is from 6 years ago? Oh, I see the Blockhead host. He's on the front cover of the game. I remember they said that, like, I didn't really look much into this game before getting it because I wanted to be surprised, but they did mention they wanted the NPCs to be very eccentric and weird and memorable. And I remember on the cover there's a picture of a dude that has a cube-shaped head.
Where am I?
Don't tell me you were sleeping. Who falls asleep in the middle of a live stream?
There's Iris, Moma, and like Thug,
Mr. Ryuki, you're working under boss, right?
like Thug Member A or something like that. I don't even think the thugs got names.
Boss, have you been giving him vacation time?
She's probably working him to the bone on his off hours, too.
I resent that. That is not true. I just have him scrape the striatum corneum off my heels every once in a while. Hey, Ryuki. Are you sure you're alright?
Oh, yeah.
All right, now that Mr. Ryuki is away, let's get back to it, shall we? Here we go, next question. Which Taoist symbol, shaped like interlocking black and white commas, represents the origin of all things?
Oh, come on, what kind of questions are these? Bing bong, yin yang. Oh,
What the? A blackout?
What are you standing around for? Get the lights!
actually, it looks more like a blue out, if you ask me.
Yeah, I'm on it!
Or blue screen of death. Oh, hi. Fray to free. And there's a QR symbol. Wait, the sign is stuck in his body. Poor Iris, she's seen so much in her life. Is that just the end of the flashback? I guess so. Do I get to make friends with Kagami again? The inspector? Hey Yul, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming by. Why are you here?
You do know I'm the commander of Abyss, right?
Right, but that's why I'm asking. Isn't it a bit weird for you to be at a crime scene in person?
This case is special. I saw it too, 6 years ago. The other half of the corpse.
At Studio Devita.
And the HB case is still open, even after all this time. The reputation of the whole department hangs on this case.
By HB case, she is referring to the half-body serial killings.
So there's more than one already.
So named because the victims' bodies were cut in two. The culprit is known as Terror.
Get it? It's terror, because he tears things in half, but he's a terror.
Their identity is unknown. 6 years have passed since Terror first made themselves known, but we have yet to find any promising leads.
I already know that. You don't have to explain it.
You know how they say, like, we should stop giving serial killers cool nicknames because it just encourages people to, like, try to go for the fame and publicity, so we should call them things like the small dick murder or something like that. Will you let me investigate?
Of course. Not.
But I'm totally here, boss. Boss, put me in, boss.
What? Why not?
Because you're only 18, Mizuki. You're still a student at Sekiba High.
But I barely even go now. I graduate in a month. I hardly have any classes left.
Well, come on, Mizuki, don't neglect your studies even at the end of the year. It's still important even up to that last month.
The point is, you're still a student.
Then why did you let me join Abyss?
Because I thought you had potential as a sinker.
I assume your gargantuan strength and combat ability were a factor as well.
Your unexplained gargantuan strength.
But you're basically still an intern. You've only been training for about a month. It's way too early to put you in the field.
Well, then what was I doing here shooting snipers?
Yeah, I thought you'd say that.
Please, boss. I have to. This case is...
Can you not give me the puppy dog eyes? You know I'm weak to the puppy dog eyes. Fine, but promise me one thing. Swear to me that you won't do anything dangerous or illegal, no matter what.
Yeah, I swear, I swear!
And one more thing. I am your superior. You should address me with a little more respect.
I already call you boss, what else do you want from me?
10-4, boss man. I read you loud and clear.
Do you?
What happened to Date?
Why? What is it?
Why? I mean, I don't want to... I mean, we kind of already spoiled the last game, but I don't want to completely spoil the last game if you're watching this, so I'll just say, why are we looking at this picture of Date?
Well, I was just wondering if he contacted you or anything.
Oh no, he's been missing or something? Don't tell me that he's gonna be the killer or something.
I would have let you know right away if he did.
Swap bodies with someone else or something.
Date was caught in that explosion 6 years
Wait,
ago.
he's been missing for 6 years?
And has been missing ever since.
Oh no. Well, poor Mizuki, man. She's been going through so much. She's lost, like, her entire family.
Date's body was never recovered from the scene.
Was he in the audience? But there was no audience for that whole show.
Don't worry. I am positive it would take more than that to kill Kaname Date. I am certain he's at the Hot Springs district in Atami or someplace, spending his time in leisure.
Okay, but then then how did we get you? Weren't you in Date last time we saw you? Also, it's weird for them to show that picture of Date, because then that means if he reappears in this game at the end or something, then people are going to be confused if they don't know the thing, right?
If he is, I'd go down there and drown him in that boiling water myself.
Okay, well, thanks, boss man. Is this Kagami?
Weird though, isn't it? He got killed 6 years ago, but the body shows up now? Oh, no. I just started investigating, really. Nah. The lining has heating wires in it, so I'm warm. Oh, thank you for the concern, though.
Can I ask you for your name? Okay. Is this Kagami? Oh, ask his name.
I have a bad feeling about this, but you really want to know my name?
Hi, Kagami.
Yeah,
Then I'll tell you, but please don't forget it, okay?
got it.
I haven't forgotten it. It's been over half a year.
My name is Kagami.
Oh, okay.
Kagami, huh? Okay, I'll remember that.
I don't know why this is such an endearing running joke, but because everyone's been running with it, I've also been running with it too.
Mm-hmm. Here it comes. I knew this would happen. I'll say it one more time. My name is Kagami.
I didn't even ask this time, okay?
I told you it's Kagami!
I know his name already. I don't think I need to ask again. Okay, fine.
I've finished gathering DNA samples. It's being sent to forensics now. I'm sure the results will be out shortly. Of course, ma'am. It's Jin Furaway. He was famous until he passed away.
Why did it just suddenly... Okay, let's... I don't think there's anyone in our generation who wouldn't recognize him. He was famous until he passed away.
Well, even after he died.
IT company CEO.
And 6 years ago, I was part of that investigation too.
Oh, really? What was your name back then?
Were you at the studio by any chance?
You don't remember? We did talk for a bit.
The whole gang's getting back together.
Sorry, don't remember. You don't leave much of an impression. In a good way.
How is that in a good way?
In a good way? Abyss is a high-level organization in the police department. You do technically outrank me, ma'am.
Huh. Really? But you don't need to worry about the formalities with me.
I don't even know your name, so...
What? For real? I can be casual with you?
It's kind of a weird way to spell witcha.
Do you want to get your ass kicked?
Sorry. Sorry, ma'am.
Oh, come on. I want to be friends with him again. I like how this option still...
What's your name
again? What? It actually let me ask?
Give me a break.
So if I'm persistent enough... Well, I didn't even realize there's a tutorial box I can close. Oh, it doesn't... Okay, now it doesn't let me ask. Okay.
What? You really don't know?
Oh, hi, your face is not what I was expecting. Hello.
I'm Detective Ushidera, Special Investigations Office, MPD.
But you actually have a name.
I don't even have to ask about you. You're Mizuki Okira, 18 years old, a high schooler attending Sakiba High, the all-girls school, right? Ah, but Okira is your former name. You've been adopted by Date, if I remember correctly. You were at the studio when the other half of the corpse was found.
And this already feels like an Ace Attorney case where there's like the old case resurfaces and everyone is magically involved again.
So I take it you were there too?
It looks like some kind of weird like carnival attraction with the sign and everything.
Yeah. Back then I was on the investigation team. Though you were 12 at the time, so I can't blame you for not remembering me. I heard you became a special agent at Abyss. That boss lady got her claws in you, huh? This little girl gets hired as an investigator.
This little girl could kick your butt.
Guess they'll take anyone they can get. Times sure have changed.
They didn't pick you, huh?
Abyss is a particularly special organization. Mizuki was hired via what might be referred to as extra-legal measures.
Extra-legal.
I should be asking you. You're the one who discovered the body, right? You were also at the studio 6 years ago when the other half was found. Quite a coincidence, don't you think?
And you were also investigating when the body was found, and Boss was there when the body was found, and so was Kagami too. Wow, what a coincidence. Everything's a coincidence.
What are you trying to say?
Why did you come here?
I got a Nile message.
Alright, Nile is like their instant messaging program.
It said, HB Stadium.
Isn't this what got you in trouble in the first game too, Mizuki? You got a Nile message, and you went to the location and discovered a body.
That could only be referring to the case 6 years ago, right?
The half-body serial killings.
I need to know more about that case. Changed my life. Forever. So that's why I came.
Who sent the message?
I don't know. It was sent from an account that signed up with a fake name.
Regarding Mizuki's smartphone, if it gets reception, I can connect to any network. I can make calls and send and receive messages. Nile. Mizuki says, I don't want you to know about my private life. If I leave my eyes closed, you won't be able to see it, right, Aiba? Okay, fast forward this. Oh, wait. Which is why she still carries her smartphone around. Okay, are these... I guess these are just random tips or lore drops in the corner? Okay, fine.
Someone must have wanted me to discover the body.
Someone?
Maybe the culprit.
Well, who else?
Why would the culprit do that to you?
I don't know.
There is one more thing we don't know. the masked woman who shot at us earlier.
Yeah, I hope we mentioned that to everyone that we got shot at, by the way. That's kind of important.
Who could this person of interest be? And why did she try to kill you?
Haven't found anything yet, though there is something I didn't find that's particularly interesting. You didn't notice? Look at the field. You'll see what I mean.
You talking about blood? Looks like when the first half was discovered, it also didn't have blood.
I will get the more shocking facts out of the way first. The estimated time of death is approximately 9 hours ago.
So it must have been frozen. So it was killed and then frozen to create a 9-hour apparent gap.
What? 9 hours ago?
It is currently 9 o'clock, so that would mean he was killed around 12.
Wait. Hold on. 6 years ago,
Hold that thought. There's more. As you can see, the body was cut in two. There are no other external wounds on the body. It appears that he was sliced in half while he was still alive.
That's terrifying. I mean, he could have been like drugged or something, right? Wait, you're gonna stop talking there?
As for what was used to cut him, I am sorry, but that cannot be determined.
Looks like a pretty clean cut.
What do you mean?
Judging by the cross-section, it is clear that it was not a blade.
It's like a laser or something?
It could not be a laser or pressurized water either.
Then what was it?
As I said, I do not know.
That's kind of interesting.
The body was cut at the molecular level.
What?
There is hardly any blood left in the body.
That's another little tiny touch of annoying thing in this game is that sometimes you click on something and they'll have a conversation and then suddenly it'll cut out and then you gotta click on the thing to continue and it's like, no, just give me the whole conversation at once.
It could be speculated that the corpse was left with the cut section facing the ground. However, there are no traces of any blood flow on the ground.
Hey Aru, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. If you guys don't know who Aru is, you should go check him out. He's doing a subathon right now. 3 days, I believe, right? Playing different games. Go give him a follow.
Therefore, it is clear that he was murdered at some other location.
Are we done talking about this? No?
Would you like to check the corpse with X-ray mode?
Yeah. It's unlikely, but maybe the right half of the body is buried in the ground.
You know, maybe he clipped through, maybe he went to like the underground or like the back rooms.
You could simply flip the body over.
No way. I don't want to see that cut. Especially not down there.
In that case, how's this?
Thanks. I see now. That body is definitely just the left half.
It's snowing, but it hasn't piled up yet.
Yeah.
By the way, Mizuki, there is something that has been bothering me.
What's this?
This is the field before law enforcement arrived. Notice anything peculiar?
No, nothing in particular.
The turf runs a considerable distance and is wet from the snow. If someone were to step on it, they would leave a trace. However,
there aren't any footprints.
Indeed.
Kind of hard to tell from where I'm looking that there's enough snow to leave footprints.
Then how did the body...
Unknown. Perhaps they descended from the sky, or rose up from the ground. Or they teleported here.
Teleported?
I was joking. Do not take it seriously.
You can see the skeleton of the body's left half. Okay. Oh. Empty seats. Okay, well thank you, Mizuki. Boss, you got anything else to add to this? Holographic boundary line. That's where the spectators enter. There's a giant monitor here. What else do I look at? Oh, the face.
That's definitely Jin Fudoe.
Yeah, The same face we saw 6 years ago at Studio Divide.
Well, actually, the same half of the face we saw.
Jin was a young industrialist. He was quite famous and often made media appearances. This cannot possibly be a stranger who happens to look like him.
Six years ago, Jin Furue's body was discovered in Studio Divita.
Hey, Music Drummer 01, welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming by.
And now, his left half was found here at the stadium. And yet his time of death is 12 o'clock today, which means that half his body was alive very recently.
Or it means that he was preserved, right? Because we know we can tinker with the time of death by freezing and something, right? Hey, Music Drummer, thank you so much for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.
What the hell is going on? My brain is doing cartwheels trying to figure this out.
Hi, Iba.
Iba?
Hold on, did Iba just appear?
Yeah.
Wait, let me put my earphones in.
Can you hear me, boss?
Oh, she can hear you now too. So if you guys don't know from the first game, Iba's like, she's like an AI that lives inside my eyeball, pretty much. So that's why I can see her, but boss can't.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Oh, hi. What if Jin has a twin brother? What if the right and left half belong to different people? What if the body was... what if he was frozen?
There are no signs of him ever having been frozen.
Oh, what? Okay, now that's weird. What about plastinated? What do we talk to the people at Body Worlds?
That half body was definitely alive until just recently.
What? No. No. What? What? What if he has a twin?
I looked into Jin Furue's family background. Not only did he not have a twin, but there is no record of him ever having siblings.
What if the right and left half belong to different people?
I, of course, did consider it a possibility, but both faces match perfectly.
So how did they keep the other half alive? If it wasn't frozen, did they just electrostimulate it to simulate it being alive, or was he actually alive somehow? Like, and if he was, that's terrifying. But that doesn't make sense.
The rest depends on the DNA results.
Unless we're being fooled somewhere. He was still alive, or what if he was still alive with just the left half?
What?
I mean, the heart is in the left half of the body.
I get it. You think they might have sewn the body back together.
What?
No, there are no traces
What do you
of
mean?
that.
But if we found the first half of the body 6 years ago, didn't we keep it in police custody? Unless it went missing, why would you even suggest that it got sewn back together?
And were you two being serious? You do realize the cerebrum, brainstem, and spinal cord were completely severed in two.
Yeah, that just doesn't make sense. Unless, I don't know, maybe they took his insides and then when they gave us the first half of the body, they didn't include all the organs or something? I think they would have mentioned that though. Okay, this is definitely weirder than the Cyclops killings. I wonder how they're going to explain their way through that, because, I mean, this game does have a little bit of, like, fantasy science fiction in it, but it shouldn't have any fantasy science fiction that allows a half a body to survive. There has to be some kind of... I want to see what their explanation is, but I don't think we're going to find out until the end of the game. That would be terrifying, though. Just the thought of being alive with only half your body.
I have no idea what's going on. But this case is definitely connected to the incident 6 years ago.
Are you going to tell us more about the incident 6 years ago? There was a QR code on the body.
Which means the half-body case isn't over yet.
6 years ago, I was 12. I obviously wasn't in Abyss then. I wasn't part of the investigation at all. I didn't know much about the case. I did see some of the investigation documents during my training, but the information there wasn't much better than information on the internet, so I couldn't get the full picture.
Hey, Iba. How much do you know about the HB serial killings?
As you know, my knowledge of the case is about the same as yours.
Does the game have advanced medical science to keep bodies alive? So my experience on the first game is that if there is any technology that is like a major plot device that doesn't really exist, they do introduce it somewhere along the game. Usually they introduce it in one story ending, and then it connects to a story ending in another branch. So I feel like we're going to find out in one branch and it's gonna connect to like the true ending. But of course, we don't know which branches I'm gonna be doing in which order that they go in. So I guess we'll figure it out. There must be some fantasy science fiction thing that they're gonna bring up that acts as a plot device for this. I'm just curious what it is gonna be, because it's a little bit more.
Due to the explosion 6 years ago, I lost all of my memories from a few days before that.
It's a little bit more out there than the last game, because the last game was just about removing eyeballs, so it was like, okay, whatever, I can believe this. But now it's like half bodies being kept alive is a pretty big jump, but I guess they need to up the ante for the second game. So Aiba lost all her memories from a few days before. Oh, okay, just for a few days.
And due to poor connection, I was unable to send or retrieve any backups.
What about you, boss?
Same for me. Ryuki was the one on the case at the time.
Wait, you lost some memories too, boss?
I don't know anything other than what he reported.
Okay, you just don't know.
What about the stuff he didn't report?
I'm not a psychic. How would I know something that he didn't tell me?
Aiba, where's Ryuki now?
I've determined the location from Tama's GPS. Currently, Ryuki seems to be in Golden Yokocho.
Oh, do we get to go see Mama? Oh, map movement. Once you can move to a different area, a map will be displayed on the bottom of the screen. Use map to open up the map and choose a destination. Okay. Say bye to Kagami. Darn it. Okay, peace. Loading. Oh. Guess I'm Ryuki now. I want to look at the. Actually, I want to look at the sign.
Fray to free?
Fray can mean battle, tatter, ravel, or strain.
Or it could mean the name of your alter ego in Final Fantasy XIV. Although technically Fray in Final Fantasy XIV is not named Fray. It's like Esteem, but everyone calls him Fray because he takes the form of Fray. It just kind of bothers me, sorry, but I just have to mention this when everyone calls him Fray, but that's not really his name.
Free is self-explanatory.
To set free or release.
So the phrase could mean something like fight to set free. The estimated time of death was about 40 hours ago. Today is February 10th, current time 2200, which means he died around 6 o'clock February 9th.
Yesterday morning.
There's hardly any blood left in his body. His body must have been left with his legs slightly raised and the cut side facing the ground. Blood naturally flowed out as a result, leaving the cut surprisingly clean and visible.
See, again, why would you stop the conversation there and make me click to finish it? It wasn't even, you didn't even finish your thought.
The cut appears to have been made by something far thinner than paper.
Thinner than paper?
For example, something with 0 thickness, like a 2D surface.
Thinner than paper, though.
There's no such...
What's more is that it doesn't seem like the connections between molecules were severed. The structure of the molecules themselves have been cut.
Maybe I'm just gonna slightly move my model a little bit so you can see. What in the world happened yesterday at 6? Oh, I have more to say about the sign.
What's with that QR code?
The thing is, there seems to be an error in the Abyss communication system. We're having issues getting online.
Oh, there's another trivia thing at the top. So this is going to be a little hard to understand, so feel free to skip this if you like. Among scientific bonds, there is the intramolecular bond, which uses electrons to bond, and the intermolecular bond, which is bonding of molecules themselves. Intramolecular bonds are stronger than intermolecular bonds, so when something is cut in half, it is usually the intermolecular bond that is severed. However, Jin Furui's body was severed at the intramolecular bond level. That's it for the science part. Please continue to enjoy the main story. That's okay, that's interesting. That makes sense to me, but interesting.
What? Come on.
What? You got a problem with that?
No, not at all.
Fight for freedom, huh?
Well, there's no one else available, so would you mind taking care of it?
What? Me?
I know this case could get dangerous. It might be too hot to assign to a
I
rookie.
wonder if all the Ryuki sections take place 6 years ago, and all the Mizuki ones take place in the present.
But then again, you have a reliable partner with you.
Because Ryuki, if he looks like this, 6 years later, he would definitely look older, but I'm pretty sure in all the artwork he looks like this. Unless he just doesn't age for whatever reason.
I'll give you hands-on assistance for this investigation.
Okay, so of the main characters this time, you're the perverted one, Tama. Okay, got it.
Hey, what's going on with you? Memory problems? Brain disorder or something? You look like you're losing it a little.
Accuse me of having a brain disorder, boss?
No, it's nothing.
Boss was invited here by Ma, a host from Kabuki-cho.
Oh. I don't think anyone called Mama Ma.
Ma told her, let's go on this online show together. It looks so fun. But immediately after she showed up, she was sent a Nile message that read, sorry, something came up.
So in other words, he flaked on her.
He, but Ma used female pronouns despite... Huh?
Boss tried to go home.
Unless Ma is a different person than Mama.
But the show's staff stopped her and begged her to find a replacement.
So she called up her obedient underling, huh? How convenient.
Yeah, you remember now?
Remember? You never told me anything about this Ma guy.
What? So it is a guy, so this is not Mama.
Ah, so Tama told you. After I asked her not to. It's Jin Furue, no doubt about it. He was like an advisor who represented the young talent. I saw him a lot on the news online. This is so strange. Why just his right half?
Moma, my buddy, Moma.
His name is Moma Kumakura. He's a leader of the Kumakura gang, which is under the Uchisaki family.
I know. The Kumakuras are known for being peculiar, even among Yakuza. But why is their leader at a live-streamed quiz show?
Who is the man sitting next to you? Oh, was that like Thug A?
Oh, you mean Shinpei?
I don't think... Maybe they briefly gave us his name. Actually, I think he was... In the first game, I think they gave us his name in like the case files, but they didn't actually give him his name in the story. Shinpei.
Shinpei?
Shinpei Wagai. That's his name. He was one of our members until just recently.
Was?
Yeah, he went clean. Left the life completely.
And where is he now?
Wait, wasn't he the one that was an Iris fan as well?
Who knows? The moment he saw the corpse, he flew out of the room, white as a sheet. He's probably puking into a toilet somewhere.
You know the victim.
Anyway, it's real fucked up. Even people in my world wouldn't kill someone so gruesomely. That bastard. Scaring Tessa like this.
Right, I forgot. Iris's like screen name is like, or her nickname is... You know, her nickname was Tessa, but she's also like A10 or something like that. She has like 3 or 4 different names.
Whoever did this better make sure the cops get to him before I do.
Kinda hope Iris is not a big part of the story this time. I'm not a big fan of Iris. Her name.
I know her name, without asking. Iris Sagan. I was introduced before the show started, and...
She was involved in the new Cyclops serial killings that happened last November.
Yeah, what a coincidence. Everyone from the new Cyclops killings were on this game show.
You read the reports.
Yeah, so I know enough about what happened. Mr. Date was also on that case.
You okay?
Does she look okay to you?
Well, excuse me, Mizuki, I want to ask.
I already talked to the other detective. I want to go home already.
Do you know the victim?
Teleportation.
What?
That body teleported here from a parallel world.
Oh yeah, Iris, now I remember why I don't like you.
But Only half of his body was able to make it through. That's why he was split in half.
Oh, was there a trivia message at the top? Oh well.
Jeez.
Wonder if the trivia was about... Can I see it from here? No. Wonder if it was about teleportation, or was it telling us about Iris's condition?
Mizuki Date, 12 years old. Her former name is Okiura, but she was adopted by my superior officer, Kaname Date. That's why I've met her a few times before.
Like the time you carried Date home on your back after he had one too many rounds.
Again, why do they keep showing this picture of Date? That's what I don't understand. This is a sequel to the first game. They referenced the first game, or they've sort of referenced it a couple times already. Where's Date?
I don't know. Not his guardian, you know. He got all giddy about taking a long vacation. He's probably at a cabaret club in Meguro right now, pouring some ponzu on that Reika chick's fat thighs.
Oh my gosh. What are you doing?
What? Isn't it obvious? Iris is totally freaking out, so I'm helping her calm down.
I forgot how mature Mizuki is for a 12-year-old.
When are you letting me leave anyway?
Well, sometimes.
That other detective said you still had questions you needed to ask. So...
You know the victim?
Of course. Jin Furue, right? I've seen him online a bunch of times.
She's a 6th grader. See, that's the thing too about this game. It's quite a slow burn as well. Like, we are almost an hour into the stream and we've just been introduced. I know the introduction is important for a murder mystery, but like, I'm just comparing it to things like Ace Attorney and Danganronpa, where they get right into the murder mystery right away, and then all the dialogue is very important, but there's a lot of like not so important dialogue in this game, or stuff they take a long time to say something that they probably could summarize in just a couple sentences. I mean, of course, this whole game is based around this one murder mystery and not multiple cases, but I feel like the pacing just needs to be a little bit more spot on, personally. Ask his name.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that I had a bad experience.
A bad experience with someone asking me my name.
I try not to tell people my name.
Then I'll tell you instead. His name is Kagami.
Kagami? Huh.
Huh? How did you know?
Someone knows my name?
Why? Why does this keep happening? Is my name cursed or something? All I can do is laugh now.
I remember the first game had an achievement for asking Kagami his name every single time, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. I'm sorry, man. Hey, Lord Demper, welcome to the stream.
I told you, it's Kagami!
I already know his name. I don't think I need to ask again. Well, as long as the option's still there, I'm gonna keep going, because the game surprises me. His name was... what was it again?
I'm sorry. What was your name?
Oh, come on. I'm sure you actually remember.
Mimiga, was it? Oh, my mistake. It's Mimigawa, isn't it?
It's neither.
No need to shout, Kagami.
Oh, I knew it.
Okay, now it won't let me ask. Okay, how's the investigation going?
Well...
What? You still haven't taken DNA samples?
Look at how close she just gets right up to the dead body.
Easier said than done. Most of the blood was drained from the body, so we have no choice but to take samples from the organs. Wait, hey, this is no place for a kid.
What do you mean?
She's carrying her metal bat behind her too. She just goes around with it now, doesn't she?
I mean, you're right next to the body.
So?
So? Well, you could be traumatized for life seeing something like this.
I'm fine. I've seen worse.
That is true. Poor Mizuki.
Anyway, you're in the way.
Fine.
I don't like how
there you have it.
my cursor lingers on the screen even when there's a cutscene.
So in other words, you don't have anything.
You know the victim?
Jin Furue? Yes, of course I know about him. I actually follow him on Twitter.
Twitter?
He cuts through all the BS of the modern world. He's insightful, inspiring in a way.
Is it true that body appeared out of nowhere? It's hard to believe, but...
Yeah, well, where's the host? I want to talk to Mr. Squarehead.
Please, don't rush me. doing the best I can.
Looks like he's just standing there to me.
Yeah.
It's all right now, because I am here! Half Might!
Half Might. Is that a reference to My Hero Academia? Really?
Half for all! We are full-time heroes!
You okay, Mr.
What a
Ryuki?
weird thing. See, like, the humor in this game is just like, I can tell you're trying to make a joke, but it's not funny.
I feel like you aren't exactly sound of mind right now.
Is it a voice actor joke or something, maybe? I didn't actually watch that series in English. Oh. Ryuki can sometimes oftentimes get weird like this. He isn't doing well mentally. One of my jobs is to support him. Okay, well, thank you for that. That random bit of information. Yeah, the body's cut in half, and it's got a sign shoved into it. And this is a flashback. So this was 6 years ago, and then the other half of the body just resurfaced in the present time. Introduce myself.
I already know all about you. No need to say it. Kotaro Uchikoshi, 23 years old. Due to your excellent marks, you skipped a few grades at an elite private university and graduated at 21. Afterward, you went through training at Police Academy for 15 months and were accepted into Abyss last summer. It's incredibly rare for anyone to get into Abyss without having stepped foot on a crime scene. Don't tell me you slept your way in with Boss.
Hey, excuse me.
Of course I didn't. I took the formal exam and Boss acknowledged my abilities.
You mean your endurance? You're a young guy.
Oh my gosh, I don't like that smile. You're the one with the creepy stash, man.
Yeah, Boss definitely seems more into the marathons than the sprints.
I see the game hasn't given up on having perverted sense of humor. Just because Date's not the main character anymore doesn't mean they're gonna skip out on it.
What are you talking about?
Mr. Pedo Stash here.
When a man and a woman love each other
And
very
Tama,
much,
you too.
You don't have to explain it. I get it.
I just watched like the screen come up with another Tama's trivia telling you what happens when a man and a woman love each other.
We work in the same building and you don't know my name.
Why am I supposed to know the name of everyone in the building?
Can't blame you though. You're new. Metro PD, major crimes. Name's Ushidera. Unfortunately, nothing yet. HQ still hasn't gotten any reports about the half-body being found. Hell, maybe it's never going to be found. What if that body crossed over time and space to get here? It's possible, right?
I expect someone like Iris or Boss be saying that, but not this guy. Don't tell me that's actually going to be a thing. Like, that's how the body appeared, and that's why it sounds like it's... Oh no, the more I say it, the more it sounds likely the game is actually going to do that. Like, cause, okay, the half of the body we found in the present said that it had died like 4 hours ago or whatever, and then this body has been dead for 40 hours. But that doesn't make sense, because Iba said it hadn't been frozen. So, what if the solution really is some weird space-time travel thing?
No?
Like, what if that's actually the plot device of this game? Because, I mean, again, the previous game had alternate timelines, but only we, the player, were privy to information from each timeline, and a little bit of Date, like, somehow being able to see across timelines. Now, in the Zero Escape series, which shares the same writer, they actually explain how you're able to get information across timelines. It's actually a plot device within the entire plot. But the Somnium Files, has never established multiple timelines as being part of the actual plot other than a gameplay mechanic. So, is this game going to make the multiple timelines into a canon reality? Is that what's happening here? Usual, we have pointless information. Oh, there's Mr. Host. Mr. Squarehead, hello.
I think he introduced himself to me before the show started. His name was Andes Kameji, I think.
That's his stage name, of course. His real name is Yoneharu Enda. He's a comedian.
I'd never heard of him before. He must not be very good.
He's probably a comedian because of his box-shaped head.
Oh, and I suppose you can do better, asshole.
Hey, watch it there, Tama.
What do you know about comedians? Listen, comedians are all doing their best so they can bring people joy.
Okay, Tama, calm down.
Here you are, just...
Okay, I've established now. Of the main characters, Tama's the weird one in this game. I got it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I've known Tama for more than half a year, but I still have a hard time understanding what sets her off. Apparently comedians. I had no idea that was a sensitive subject.
Are you still out of it, Mr. Ryuki?
Oh my god, are we gonna ever find out why your head is box-shaped?
This is Studio Devaita in Minato Roppongi. It's a rental studio mostly used for live streaming, filming, that kind of thing.
About that quiz show.
Did you really not understand what you were getting into when you agreed to this?
We arrived here right as the stream was about to begin. They made us sit in the contestant seat right away without telling us anything.
Well, the title of our show is right there.
Faith to Face, our special 6-hour live stream marathon, brought to you by Amabi TV.
We cut the stream, of course, but the cameras should have been running when that body appeared.
Amabi TV is a live streaming... Oops. Which button is it?
I'm sure all of Japan, or even the world, tuning in on the internet is in shock right now.
Amabi TV is a live streaming internet service for PC and smartphone. The quiz show Faith to Face is one of the shows. It's a mildly popular show with everyday people as contestants. Where's the staff?
They're being questioned by the police in the waiting room. Mr. Ryuki, aren't you with the police too?
Well, yes.
This is a high-level investigation police agency. They don't get along well with regular police officers and often have a hard time getting them to share information. You know why he has a square-shaped head? Because he has a square-shaped skull. Thank you. Big camera. Thank you for that commentary, Ryuki. Decoration. There are miscellaneous decorations hanging from the ceiling. It's a show sign. It says Face to Face. Oh, yes, of course.
The identity of the deceased has been confirmed through facial recognition. Jen Furroway, 29 years old, the CEO of Music Food Co. Ltd.
Music Food Co. Ltd. That's the name of your company, really?
He's also an executive at several IT firms, consultation companies, investment firms, and advertising agencies. His columns and essays are featured in various magazines and online media. He's quite a successful author. Wait.
What is it?
This might not be related to the case, but I just thought of something. Ryuki, would you mind moving closer to the body?
He's missing one of his back teeth.
Yes, the first molar of his upper jaw was completely removed from its root. Judging by the impression left in the gums, it looks like it was removed just recently.
Okay, That's it? Why did the first molar fall out of the upper jaw? Well, somehow that's gonna be important. Am I done? Oh, hi. Okay, why is the tripod a regulation line? Okay. You have to examine every single one of these cameras? Wait, what's this? Long table. A long table. Thank you for that commentary. Oh, a step ladder. Is it a ladder or a step ladder? Let's have an Ace Attorney conversation right now. There's more. Kettle. Pot on top of the long desk. There's nothing else over here. What else am I supposed to... With the door, of course. Curtains. Oh, the lights. Why are these things even examinable? Nothing on the ceiling. Okay, I think I'm done. Oh, the podium. Thought I saw something green here for a second, but I guess not. Okay, surely I've looked at everything, right? Oh, what? The face again?
By the way, Ryuki, there's something about the corpse's head that's been bothering me.
Well, why was the marker green, but then the option to see the face was grayed out?
It's hard to see from here, so here's the image I took earlier.
What's this?
It's an enlarged picture of Jin's temporal region, near the back of his head.
Wait, why? Oh, okay.
It's hard to see because of the hair in the way, but there are signs of traumatic subcutaneous hematoma. In other words, there's bruising. I think he got hit with a blunt object.
Someone hit him from behind?
Probably. But I don't think this is a fatal wound. There's no damage to the skull or brain itself. And as you can clearly see, his cause of death was being split in half.
I mean, I know they said it in the future, but like they don't know that. He could have had a different cause of death, and then it was cut. Because at the moment we only have half his body. He could have been killed like on the other side of his body, and then cut in half. But we know now from the present day that's not the case. But it's strange that she would come to this conclusion now.
There are no other visible wounds besides the head trauma. He must have been cut in two while he was alive.
Okay, now we're done. Now we're out of purgatory.
Ryuki, I've got a connection. The QR code link. It leads to a ViewCube page.
ViewCube? Is that like your version of YouTube?
ViewCube? You mean...
Yes, the video streaming site.
Whose account does the channel belong to?
They have ViewCube and they have Twitter.
No idea. It was registered using an alias.
Okay. Open it.
What?
I'm sorry. Can you please open it?
That's better.
Why are you like this, Tama? It's one of these types of videos, huh? Oh, jeez. Like those like trippy old school horror things. Modern art, guys. Okay, great. I'm subscribing. Thanks. Hit that bell and the like button.
What's wrong, Ryuki?
Uh-oh. Oh. What's happening? Oh, why? Excuse me, Ryuki. Hello? Hello? Hi. Is everything okay, man? I don't understand what you're saying. Okay, and everything's good.
Hey. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. What are you talking about? I'm totally fine.
Don't worry about me.
Oh. So that's why we don't have the other half of the body in the present. That can't be the explosion that Date went missing in though, right? 'Cause he's not here. No one examined the body to see if there was a bomb inside or something? We didn't see any from the X-ray vision. Ooh, an opening sequence. Oh, hello. Oh, Date, wait, why are you in your... Why was it the old Date? Or maybe it was a Somnium Date. Wait, Thug A is important to the plot, are you really serious? Of all the things I don't believe, it's Thug A being important to the plot. Okay, that was cool. That was a lot of cool scenes. I'm excited for this. I want to see what's happening. Oh, welcome to the stream, Risuke. Thanks so much for coming by. Okay, I'm into this. Although it's been a slow start. It's been like almost an hour and a half, and we've barely gotten into the thick of it. We haven't even done a Somnium yet. I don't like the Somniums though, so I'm kind of glad. Okay, now we're back to the present.
Oh, it's Brahmin.
You are familiar with it?
Yeah, I've been here a bunch of times. Ryuki is supposed to be here?
I'm certain of it.
Okay, let's go in.
Ryuki, you don't look like you've aged a day. Must be those Asian genes, though. I guess I shouldn't be one to talk. Wake him up.
Come on, Ryuki. Wake up. Hey, I said wake up. Oh, look, a porno mag.
Oh, come on, please don't tell me the porno mag joke's coming back.
Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to work on Ryuki.
Good.
I suspect Date would have woken up instantly.
That was a dumb running joke.
Come on, big brother. Wake up. Wake up. If you don't hurry, you're gonna be late.
He's awake?
Nurse, pour some soy sauce on me, please.
What?
Right down the middle.
Oh, come on. Where's Jenny?
They're gone.
Where to?
I don't know. Maybe to the mirror world?
What?
Genny, being this man? Full name, Gen Ishiagane.
Oh, of course, Jenny! How could I forget? Of course, Jenny! Jenny, of course!
I met him several times in the past when I was in Date's left eye socket.
Yeah, Genny is the owner of this fusion restaurant, Brahmin.
Okay. So we're not gonna be hanging out at Mama's bar in this game, huh?
He runs it all by himself without hiring any help. Where could he be? It's not like him to leave his customers like this.
I mean, if he was wearing a weird mascot head, I can kind of understand if he ran like, I don't know, a Chuck E. Cheese or an amusement park, not a restaurant like this.
Jin Furue's other half was found. The other side of his corpse. The one we couldn't find 6 years ago. The time of his death was around 12 o'clock today.
Your breath is wasted on him, Mizuki.
What do you think that means?
Also, I don't know why it took me this long to realize that both of their names rhyme. Mizuki and Ryuki.
Answer me, Ryuki!
Oh, that was me hitting the table. I thought I had to look at the door or something. Yeah, Five Nights at Jenny's, exactly.
You were in charge of the HB case, weren't you?
Make it a sidebar, please.
Ugh. Just what kind of dream is he having?
How should I know?
Should we try wink syncing?
Wink syncing?
Forget it. It'd just be a waste of battery.
Is that our new version of the syncing from the first game? Like we don't need a machine anymore, we just wink at people or something? I mean,
Ryuki, please, tell me about 6 years ago. I want to know all about what happened back then. The HB case and the explosion are related. If I can solve the HB case, maybe I can figure out where he is.
I'll take a double shochu curry shot.
This is futile, Mizuki.
Yeah, Mizuki, this is not the time to be talking to him.
Ryuki's blood alcohol level is 0.32%. He is quite intoxicated.
Let alone a murder case talking to someone that's drunk.
In fairness, the reason he's like this now is because of that incident. He had psychological issues before, but the events of the case deepened his condition. As you can see, he now spends his days drowning himself in alcohol.
So ever since then, he's been an alcoholic. So, am I right in saying that all the Ryuki sections of this game take place 6 years ago? Like, we don't play as him in the present, and then we figure out what happened to him that made him like this?
So if we solve this case, we might be able to heal his trauma?
It's possible.
Then it's all the more reason for him to help. For his own sake, too.
Still, I doubt he would wake up even if you cut his eyelids off.
Cut his eyelids off?
What will you do?
What kind of analogy? I mean, of all the things to say, Iva, that's kind of...
Isn't it obvious? I'll sync with him.
Oh, so we are syncing with him. Okay. Again, the legal aspects of this I'm not so sure of. Like in the first game, we just brought people in for interrogation and suddenly people were like, by the way, we're syncing with them. We tranquilized them and then now we suddenly have permission to do this. So wait, are we taking him back with us to Abyss? I guess, I mean, Mizuki is really strong, so she can just hoist him over her shoulder or something, right? Do we still need the sync machine, though? She said wink syncing. Is that a new thing? Yeah, I guess he's drunk. He won't remember that we don't have a warrant. I guess so. It's pretty late at night. It's 23 o'clock in the game. Oh, the good old syncing room. Good old syncing music. Oh, you're here? Didn't you get arrested? What was your name again? Pewter. How are you here? Is this an alternate timeline to the first game? Considering if Date really still has his other body, is this an alternate timeline? Is that going to be part of the reveal? About Pewter. His real name is Futa Amanoma. Everyone calls him Pewter. I'm sure you can figure out why. Not exactly. Just because his name's hard to say. Where's
Wait,
Boss?
You didn't see her at the stadium?
I did, but she's not back yet?
Of course not. This is Boss we're talking about. She's probably at a host club in Kabukicho, licking the salt off her third tequila shot right about now.
About the case.
I know. I got the report. Jin Furroway's right half was found in Studio Devitas 6 years ago. The other half was found at the stadium today, correct? The corpse's estimated time of death was around 12 today. No signs of the body having been frozen. And Jin doesn't have any twins. The theory of the right and left half belonging to different people was debunked earlier, too.
What do you mean?
We got the DNA results. The DNA extracted from Jin's right half 6 years ago. The base sequence was an exact match with the left half that was found.
So we were able to get a sample from the first half before it exploded.
A 100% match. They definitely belong to the same person. The right half was found 6 years ago on February 10th. Today is also February 10th. What could it mean?
Pewter, please tell me why you're not in jail anymore.
Mizuki, do you really intend to sync with him?
Would it be a problem because he's drunk or something?
No, but what I mean is, you haven't gotten permission from Boss, have you? I understand how you feel, Mizuki.
Well, what's with some illegal syncing? I mean, we've done tons of that in the first game.
I'm sure you want to solve the HB case more than anyone. After all, you lost two very precious things due to that incident. Date, of course, and...
You lost your eye? That eye looks so much bigger when you pull it out. But you weren't that close to the body when it exploded. I don't remember seeing your eye getting...
At least we didn't have to extract your eye to insert the AI.
Or was it just like the bright light from the explosion? It looked like it didn't look like a normal explosion. There was like a weird light coming from it. But I can't tell if that was just video game effects or not.
There was nothing left to extract.
Oh, she just lost a complete... What?
I am glad the room was vacant. I don't do well with roommates.
How did we get Aiba out of Date? When did that happen too? Just puts it in and out like a contact lens. Well, that was dirty. You used your hand.
You shouldn't delve too deeply into this case. I have a very bad feeling about all this.
Don't worry. Boss didn't technically give me permission to sync, but she did assign the investigation to me.
Technically, I'm in charge now, Pewter. Deal with it.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah,
There will be no turning back.
I know.
I see. Then let's get started. What happened 6 years ago? Ryuki's memories may hold the
I really
answer.
hope the Somnium sequences are better in this game than I did not like doing them in the last game. But this is the first one, right? So it shouldn't be that bad. Also, usually that means that this is the branching point of the story, which means depending on my options in the Somnium, it's going to change the path of the story. Hopefully we don't get a weird one like we did with Iris. What is Wink syncing to? That's different from the first one.
Mizuki, the time limit within Somnium is 6 minutes. Stay there any longer, and your consciousness will be absorbed into the subject's mind.
I got it. This isn't my first time syncing, you know.
Okay then, let's begin.
So if you weren't around for the first game, what its syncing is you basically like delve into the mind of someone else, and you basically experience some weird dream world, and it's kind of like a puzzle sequence you got to figure out, and then you get some clues from that to use in your case. They're a little bit abstract and weird. The game kind of makes it work. There's a gameplay mechanic to it. It's not exactly intuitive all the time though. We'll see if they made it better this time. Oh.
Passing down the light of the torch to guide you, and you shall be bathed in light.
Okay, thanks for doing the dance number from the last game.
I've been practicing. How's my dancing?
Oh my gosh. Okay, like in the last game too, like all the dance numbers were really like cringy until the very end. When they did it, somehow it worked. And I actually really liked it, but every other time they did it was just like, what's going on? I thought that the fact that Iris wasn't a main character in this game meant that we could escape some of the weird, awkward dancing, but apparently not. Yeah, if you guys want to see more dancing musical numbers, you should check out my playthrough of the first game on YouTube. It's quite the experience.
Yeah, looking good. Wriggling around like a freshly caught shrimp.
Oh, no, not you two. I'm too cute to be a shrimp.
Hey, listen. Now's no time for a dance number. We have an investigation to handle.
Ah, yes. My apologies. I felt compelled.
See, that's the thing too, is that the game has humor in it, but the humor is definitely not my type of humor, and it's always at the wrong time. Like, you gotta time it properly, and this game just doesn't do it. Okay, so this is the interrogation room, it looks like.
Oh, Mizuki. Do you know your way around Somnia? If you are assigned to this case, you will be syncing many times, I'm sure.
Well, she just said she's done this many times, and if... I know they're doing this in case I'm a new player, but...
Would you like a refresher?
No. I'm assuming it's the same.
Fine. I've synced plenty of times already.
Well, if you do run into any issues, you can always check the manual. The manual explains syncs and Somnia comprehensively.
So it sounds like they didn't change anything in this part.
Got it. Thanks. Alright then.
This desk and camera are from the interrogation room.
But there's no walls or ceiling. What am I supposed to do in a place this bare?
Well, before anything... Somnium Scan! Activate!
Dispel Ryuki's hallucinations and find the truth. Ryuki is trapped by hallucinations. Or alcohol. Help him overcome them and discover the truth.
This layer of Ryuki's somnium appears to have 3 mental locks.
So I gotta unlock those, right?
Correct. By doing so, you can travel deeper into his psyche. The truth is found in the deepest layer.
Okay, I'll start with this room first.
Right. There isn't much to interact with, but there must be a way to continue.
Remember the case. Remind them of... Okay, so the way that this game works is that in Somnium, so Pewter told us we have 6 minutes to do this. Now, when you're in Somnium, time doesn't actually pass unless you're moving, kind of like Super Hot style. But what really matters is when you interact with things, it tells you how much time it takes to interact with things. Your idea is you don't want to run out of time, but time is not actually time. But a lot of the options are kind of arbitrary, so you kind of have to just problem solve and trial and error your way through things. So,
a folding chair. Same as the kind in the interrogation room.
So see, if I sit, it says 0 seconds, stand 0 seconds. So this time, they're being nice to me because it's my first one, I'm guessing. So you basically just try different things and you see what it does, because it's a dream world, so nothing actually makes sense. Let's sit.
Try sitting on it.
There. Oh, what?
Ryuki.
Hi, Ryuki.
Mizuki, now is your chance to question him.
Okay, so basically there's like certain checkpoints you have to get past, which are the mental locks. Oh, so it looks like here's where the branching path is. So if I choose 2 different things, it's going to change the trajectory of the game. So there's going to be multiple story paths. Tell me about the HP case. Slap him awake, appeal to his emotion, or tell me about the HP case. I want to slap him. I feel like that's mean. Let's start by appealing to him.
Ryuki, I am sure your mother, watching you from heaven, doesn't want to see you like this.
Are we gonna go really? We're gonna talk to him, and we're just gonna go straight for the dead mother comment? Ease him into it, man.
Just let it all out. It will make you feel better.
This isn't working. We need to ask him more directly.
Don't make your mother cry, Ryuki.
Oh my God, Aiba, please! Now's not the time.
You can atone for your sins, and when we are done here, we can visit her grave. How does that sound?
I think you're enjoying this way too much.
See, I can't tell if Aiba's being serious or she's just playing it up for the drama and saying stuff. Does he have sins to repent for? I mean, I'm sure he does. I don't want to slap him though, but talking about his dead mom almost seemed meaner.
Ryuki, can you tell me what you know about the HB case?
Why do you keep making me remember? Damn it! I was so close to finally forgetting. Please. Stop!
Aiba?
Oh no. He exploded.
Aiba, you okay?
Yeah, it just got really bright. What was that explosion?
Was that the same explosion from the first half of the body?
That blue thing. Is it an eyeball?
Is that Tama? Oh, bye.
Ryuki, do you know the culprit?
Hey, Meteorite! Welcome to the stream! Welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for the raid. Hey! How are you doing? Thanks for coming by. Well, thanks so much for subscribing, too. I really appreciate it. Hey, everyone. You don't know who I am. I'm Kiro. I like martial arts and frogs, and we play a lot of different RPGs and mystery games. So we're playing the Somnium Files nirvanA Initiative. You guys should also go check out Meteorite too when you get the chance. Hope you guys had a good stream, and thanks for coming by. Oh, and thanks for redeeming Summon Kirby, Lord Demper. Let's get Kirby in here. This is my little frog friend, Kirby.
To you,
is this? Wait, it's a reverse sync.
What?
What?
He's syncing with us while we're inside him?
Ryuki's consciousness is flowing into your brain, Mizuki.
Do I get to play as Ryuki now? What's going on? We still never found out what a wink sync was. Oh, so now I'm playing as Ryuki. Oh, this is Mizuki's room from the first game. Oh, now we're playing as Tama.
Huh? This is...
Mr. Date's house.
20 eyeballs gained! Yay! Thank you! I have 20 eyeballs now! Excellent! This looks creepy.
What is this? Soup?
Why does it keep showing me this if I'm not making... Well, I am making progress. It's like the little yellow marker, I think. You know, it hasn't... But the green box hasn't moved, so... Why keep showing me this? I don't understand. So, is this happening simultaneously?
The culprit's name...
I don't know, or I know. Well, I don't know. Do you know? I know? Nope, I don't know.
I don't know, I don't know, I don't know.
Intrusion thwarted.
Oh, trap card reversed. Get out of here, Ryuki. Okay. That was interesting. I feel like that's going to be a plot mechanic later.
We've defended against Ryuki's consciousness.
So is everything okay?
It should be, but it is peculiar.
Is he only able to do that because he has Tama? Because a person who does not have an Aiba or a Tama, technically they wouldn't really be able to sync with anyone, right? But in the last game, they definitely were able to.
Usually, the syncer goes into the subject's mind.
So the syncer became the synkee.
But for some reason, the subject's consciousness was able to slip into your mind. But you should be fine now. We have blocked the route of intrusion. We are reconnecting to Ryuki's mind via another path.
That's good. But why did that happen?
What's happening? Hello? Oh, the game better not be frozen on me. Okay, good. Oh. Well, this is not the interrogation room anymore. Oh. Can't remember the name. Okay, so the choice was whether I knew the culprit or not. So in other words, this branching path, I couldn't have gone the other path anyways. Close in on Ryuki. This does kind of look like a Shin Megami Tensei map, doesn't it? I'm playing this on the PS4.
It's the cathedral.
Oh, so this is what you were talking about.
Hey, is that rubble?
It appears as though the collapse was halted halfway through.
Oh, it's Ryuki.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Wait, Mizuki. You can only remain insomnia for 6 minutes, 360 seconds.
Well, luckily for me, all the actions I've taken have been 0 seconds so far.
For some reason or another, the passage of time in the interrogation room was slower, but that is not the case now.
You need me to find the info within 6 minutes, right? I got it.
While I remain still, time almost stops. But time progresses when I am in motion.
Okay, so they just hadn't implemented the mechanic in the first room.
That's the system that Pewter came up with, right? I swear that Pewter is like a tech god. Thank you, ex-con!
See again, please explain how he got out of jail.
That's an interesting way to compliment someone.
Anyway, if you are stuck, simply stop moving and observe your surroundings.
Time moves when I move. Super hot. Super hot.
Look at the map and try to get a hold of the situation. Understood?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. Go ahead and check that don't display this message again box.
I already said that I didn't need the tutorial. Why are you giving me the tutorial?
I don't have that function.
30 eyeballs gained. Wow, I have so many eyeballs. Okay, I guess we'll just start looking.
What's this? We're surrounded.
The rubble turned into a hand. Ryuki's dream sure is creepy.
Darn, we cannot get through. We need to find a way out of here. A brazier. I can interact with this for whatever reason.
For whatever reason, I can interact with this. Breathe out or inspect. Oh, are the eyeballs my timies? Like, why do these things have eyeballs on them too? Well, breathing out is 20 seconds. Let's inspect it first.
It looks like a normal brazier.
Touch it.
No.
Please, come on. Just the tip, please.
Okay then. Hot! Or not?
So it's fire that's not hot?
Let's play Hot or Not. I'm your host today, Kirostyle.
This fire must have shadow traits.
Shadow traits?
Different properties from the real world. For example, consider fire that is not hot. It is as though it is missing a property that it has in the real world. These shadows are usually heavily affected by the nature of dreams, so we might not extinguish this fire in the usual predictable fashion.
Key found. Ryuki's dream is trapped by the shadows. The shadows are...
Mizuki, I have obtained a key.
What's that?
A key is a new function that Pewter came up with. It uses an algorithm to clarify the rules of a Somnium world or the sync subject's psyche.
In other words, it tells you how the dream works?
So in this dream, fire is not hot.
Correct.
Damn, we can do that now? Pewter's legit.
The sync system has evolved greatly.
The key can help with unlocking mental locks and better understanding the subject. By searching more, the key will be updated and information accumulated.
So the more I search, the more hints I get.
A key is a clarification of a Somnium's rules. At the start of a sync, it is hidden, but they open as you inspect things. Keys are crucial to reach the depths of Somnia. When stuck, try checking them. In the lock info, you can find objectives, depth, and keys. When stuck in Somnia, open the lock info to find more clues. Ryuki's dream is trapped by the shadows. The shadows are blank.
It's a torch. It's on fire.
Breathe in, breathe out. Should I bother inspecting it? Let's breathe it out. Oh, okay.
Wow.
I could do well as a street performer.
That looks fun. I'm gonna try that at home.
Please don't.
I'm kidding. Blowing it out won't work.
Also, I'm guessing... Oh, Ryuki's dream is trapped by shadows. The shadows are always missing a single aspect. So have they not introduced timies yet? Because timies are items you can use to decrease the amount of time you consume for certain actions, but they haven't talked about them yet. Are they the eyeballs, or are the eyeballs just points?
It's a torch.
Breathe it in.
Breathe in what?
The torch, duh.
What do you mean, duh? That wasn't an obvious answer.
I want you to extinguish it by sucking in with your nose.
Why do you have to use the nose?
I have never heard of such a thing.
You'll never know till you try.
Fine.
Ah! I had a feeling that wouldn't work.
Got some eyeballs for that.
A brazier.
Breathe out.
It is not getting bigger or smaller.
Blowing on it didn't make it waver either.
Is this fire real?
Mizuki, you have 5 minutes left.
A brazier.
Breathe in.
If this brazier is a shadow, we can't extinguish it in the normal way.
Let's try something that doesn't normally extinguish fires.
All right, suck in really hard.
That's what she said.
I do have amazing suction.
Oh god. Oh, you okay? Oh, okay. Okay. That is not how I expected that to go.
Amazing suction. Bravo, marvelous.
Okay. This is a dream world, nothing makes sense.
Huh? Deja vu.
See, this is what I mean when I say this game. Like, okay, I said this at the end of the first game, but I wish that either one of two things. Either make the dreams make more sense and have a bit of logic to them, because some of the options were really weird. Or, if you're going to make the dreams so fantastical and weird, don't give me a time limit, just let me solve things at my leisure and have fun. Because the time limit thing gets really tricky near the end of the game.
Looks like the shadow traits were the key after all.
I don't completely understand the whole shadow trait thing. It doesn't really change what I do compared to the first game.
That rubble there. Is that lower than before?
Do we have another time limit?
If we do, we cannot be wasting time. All right, let's chase after Ryuki. If you get lost, use the map.
He's right there.
Yeah, I know.
Get him.
Hey, Ryuki.
It's not my fault. Please forgive me. Forgive me. Damn it!
Okay. Oh, there's 3 of him.
We're trapped in this space again.
But if we get rid of something with the shadow trait, maybe we can get out.
Okay, so last time there were 2 torches, but one of them wasn't hot, and the other one seemed like it was still hot. So I have to find which of these Ryukis is missing something, I think. Ryuki is blank. He's still holding on to blank and blank. That doesn't help me. Oh, this Ryuki turned into a flask. This one turned into a gun. Okay, let's talk with the gun.
An evolver is floating.
Shoot Ryuki. Shoot yourself. Inspect it. How do I use my little eyeball things? Or did they automatically get used? Because look, the time's getting decreased, right? Let's start with inspecting it.
It's an evolver. Standard issue for Abyss members.
Is it Ryuki's?
Unless there is a special request, all members are issued the same firearm, so we cannot tell.
That sounds like a logistical problem. Every gun should have some kind of identification so you know whose belongs to, right?
But there is one thing I notice.
What is it?
I do not feel any electromagnetic forces.
Ah, yes, of course, the electromagnetic forces. How could those be
The
missing?
evolver utilizes electromagnetism, so it should be emitting electromagnetic waves.
Oh, maybe it's one of those shadow trait things.
Perhaps.
Okay, so what do I do with an evolver that doesn't have...
I got a timey.
Oh, okay. Oh, those were timies that I get. They weren't timies that I use. See, that was a tough thing in the first game during my first couple ones too. They didn't really show me a good job of what was receiving a timey and how it was using a timey. I got them confused.
You know what a timey is, don't you?
It's like a useful item that changes the flow of time, right?
For the most part. Timey is a material capable of modifying the way the brain processes time.
The word timey is just so weird too. It just sounds too cutesy.
By using this, you can slow down or speed up time in the Somnium world.
I invented it!
You go, Pewter.
You cannot hold on to too many at a time, so be sure to use them as they come. It's an evolver.
Okay, so there's the timing at the top, the one I gained, set something to equal 10 seconds. So I could use it on shoot Ryuki or shoot yourself. I feel like those are a bit drastic. Let's look at this first.
It's a bottle of brandy.
Puke, drink, inspect. Well, okay, let's inspect it and get a timing out of it.
It looks like a normal brandy bottle.
Is this Ryuki's favorite drink?
Yes. I've seen Ryuki drink this brand before. Ryuki was drinking right before the sink, which is probably why it showed up in his dream.
He's just a drunkard.
I do think Ryuki has a reliance on alcohol. Though it is all mental, it is not easy to overcome such an addiction. You don't have to sympathize with him, but you should at least understand.
I see.
Yeah, it's difficult to get someone out of that hole once they started going down that path.
You have 4 minutes remaining.
Wait, I didn't actually make any observations about it. So there's no shadow purpose to this, right? But this seems like it has a shadow feature.
It's an evolver.
Okay, let's use this timey to set shoot yourself. Let's try shoot yourself. And it's going to take 10 seconds instead of 45 seconds. I kind of want to do the shoot Ryuki because you get a 1/5 timey, which could be useful. It reduces the time by 1/5. Or to 1/5, not by 1/5. But I feel bad shooting poor Ryuki. Okay, let's try this.
Which method do you want to try? Inside the mouth, below the chin, or on the temple?
Aiba, do you really have to specify? Persona!
You don't have any second thoughts about this?
I do. But my job is to support you, Mizuki. Above all else, I believe in and obey your orders.
Okay, I mean, thanks.
I see. Thanks. In that case, can you ignore my last command? What the? Aiba! Aiba!
It was a blank. My ears are ringing.
Like, I feel like that's why I decided to use the shooting, because I'm pretty sure if it doesn't have any electromagnetic force, it's not actually going to shoot.
Jeez. Your nose and ears have been through a lot today, huh?
I have other holes. I'll be fine.
Aiba, please.
What were you planning on using the other holes
Mizuki,
for?
please.
It appears obeying your command was the right thing to do. Good job, Mizuki. Well done.
I knew it.
Oh, yeah. Glad it worked.
Oh no! Are you summoning your persona?
Ryuki!
Damn it! Damn it! It's no use. Me dying isn't gonna fix anything!
Is he gonna try to reverse sync with us again?
Are these feet?
So there's a body and there was an eyeball.
I can't die yet. I'll carry this forever!
I'm still not at the second lock yet. Oh no, I did it, okay. Close in on Ryuki? Get Ryuki. Ryuki is blank. He's still holding on to his regrets, and
Let's chase after Ryuki.
I still haven't learned a thing.
This again.
But now we know what to do. We need to find the thing with shadow traits and break it, right?
Yes, most likely. But it looks like we can only interact with Ryuki.
Let's talk to the lying down Ryuki.
Hey, Ryuki.
I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I'm really sorry. I have to live with this for the rest of my life.
Cheer him up. Kick him. Inspect. Let's inspect first. Inspect seems like in this game, usually it's like you inspect things first to get information and then you decide what to do. Okay. Oh, okay.
He has a scrawny face, but it's a Ryuki that can be found anywhere.
Why were you dancing on top of him?
Found anywhere?
There is nothing wrong with him.
So this Ryuki isn't a shadow.
Okay, that is totally what I want to get out of that.
Hey, Ryuki.
I can't forget about what I did. I have no future.
Pet him, beat him up, inspect. Oh, this inspect is 30 seconds, so let's use a timey. Let's make it 15 seconds. Actually, 15 is not that different from 20. I don't want to waste my half timey. Wait, no. The inspect is still 10 seconds. Never mind. See, that's oh, here, what button do I press? Circle? Okay. See, that's my problem, see? Because it says inspect, it says 5 seconds, but then it shows the 30-second timey, so it looks like that's... If you look at the big number first, it looks like that's the one. I mean, it's... using the 20-second timey is a waste on that one, but using the half timey is also a waste, because... I kind of want to beat him up. Okay, let's inspect.
His face is pitiful, but it is a typical Ryuki.
What's a typical Ryuki?
I mean, he looks normal.
He's probably not a shadow.
Shadow Ryuki. I'll face myself. Persona.
Ryuki.
I did nothing wrong. I forgot it all. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my days.
This Ryuki has lost his mind. Kick him, agree with him, inspect him. I feel like if the other two are normal, it has to be this one. Let's kick him.
Good timing. I was getting annoyed.
Sorry, Ryuki.
Oh, you seem enthusiastic about this.
Get a hold of yourself!
Okay.
Huh?
Didn't connect.
Ryuki is burdened by what happened in the past. He's still holding on to his regrets, and... See, how did I get that from hearing him say that?
I did nothing wrong.
Agree with him, inspect him... Agree with him.
This Ryuki doesn't have a shadow. And something's weird about how positive he is.
See, this is confusing now, because we're looking for things with a shadow trait. He doesn't have a shadow, which means that he has a shadow trait. They could have picked a different word.
That must be the shadow trait.
So we should do the opposite of what he wants.
Yes, the don't encourage the psychotic breakdown plan.
Ota would probably love the praise, but this is Ryuki, the honor student we're talking about.
Oda, that's the name of the other guy. Mixed feelings about that kid.
Ryuki, you're doing well. Just forget it all. You did nothing wrong. No one's going to resent you. Boss and everyone else accepts you. Just rest. Take some time off. Enjoy yourself.
No, that's not... Stop! It's all my fault! Which is why I needed to do something.
All right, our plan worked.
No, 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 no! No forgiveness! No mercy! Never! Never!
Okay, we're almost there. Ryuki's burdened by what happened in the past. He's still holding on to his regrets and is in denial.
The fire. There's no going back.
What is Ryuki holding on to that's hurting him like this?
He's summoning Meteor. I can't interact with him.
3 minutes left. You can do this.
You know, picking this up takes 38 seconds. I can't use a timey on it.
Hey, this police ID is...
What? Ryuki!
That's...
I'm sorry. I didn't think this would happen.
Is that Date?
You're gonna solve everything.
Blood.
Oh.
Blood.
Let's get out of here, Mizuki.
Kind of interesting that the branching story path in this first Somnium is one that is intentionally made so you can't do it. So in other words, they're forcing me onto a certain branch, so there's not technically a divergence at this point in the game. Unlike the first game, which had a very arbitrary choice to set me on a weird story path right off the bat. Look at how many eyeballs I'm getting. So many eyeballs. I like Ryuki's design too. I like the black and white, like, blazer and shirt with the orange accents. Although it's kind of weird, he's wearing like a vest, but it also has like the hand sleeves thing. Usually like jackets have that. Dispossessed, Ryuki, Chapter 0. Yeah, you hope the police don't stop me with all the eyeballs I'm carrying around. Okay, so I'm Ryuki now. Hi, Mizuki. I want alcohol. You.
Who are you again? It's not Bikini.
Bikini.
It's not Zucchini either.
Oh, he's still drunk.
Oh, I remember. It's Mizuki.
Also known as Bikini, apparently.
Looks like he hasn't sobered up yet.
Oh, hi, Tama. You decide to speak.
It's the middle of the night. I'm not leaving until you give me answers, so quit messing around.
Also, I stashed Kirby away for a little bit.
You probably weren't listening to me at Brahmin, so I'll say it again.
No need. Tama told me earlier.
Oh, now you're suddenly okay.
Jin Furue's other half was found.
Your face still looks flushed, but you seem sound of mind again, I guess.
But the body was alive until noon today. You want to know how? It's simple. Jin's left half flew here. It flew through time from the world 6 years ago.
See, I know everyone keeps joking about how the body moved through time, but I have a sinking suspicion that that might actually be some kind of thing that's revealed later.
What are you talking about? Ryuki, I looked inside your mind.
I know. You synced with me, didn't you?
Who was that person?
That person?
The person who was reaching out to you at the end of the Somnium. Tell me, something happened 6 years ago that I don't know about. What was it?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
You could be putting yourself in danger.
I'm not afraid.
Fine, then I'll tell you. But I'm sure there's no need to explain what happened on February 10th, 6 years ago.
Yeah, I was there, at the studio.
Alright, then I'll start from the part you don't know about.
Finally, some new information.
The day after the incident. February 11th.
Do I get to play as Ryuki on February 11th? Yes, that's what it looks like. Is the consciousness of the person you sync with actually inside the Somnium with? That's a really good question. I kind of, the way I interpret it is it kind of sounds like they experience it as a dream, but in the first game, a lot of them didn't really realize that we were syncing with them. So it's kind of, maybe the only reason why Ryuki knows is because he was conscious of it and was trying to reverse sync with us, or maybe because Tama told him. I don't think it's common for the syncee to know and experience a Somnium with you, at least from what I remember. Ah yes, boss's office. Oh hi Date. Why are you in that body?
What's up, Ryuki?
Okay, again, is this an alternate timeline, or does this happen... Did the Cyclops killings happen during the 6-year intermittent period?
Mr. Date.
Or is he just wearing a really good disguise? Because that was one of the excuses they said in the last game at the end. They're like, oh, he got plastic surgery or something. About your face.
Is there something on my face?
Your voice is deeper than I remember as well. Oh no, but I'm remembering the wrong voice, that's why. I'm remembering Saito's voice. But wait, you have the older Date's voice, but you have what?
Well, the face you have now isn't your real face, is it?
Yeah.
You got your old body back during the new Cyclops serial killings case, so...
Oh, they're just straight out gonna tell. I've been trying not to say it directly in keeping in mind spoilers, but I guess we're just gonna talk about it.
Yeah, well, I decided to have a custom mask made.
Well, oh, okay. That's how it works, okay.
Everyone knows me by this face.
Okay, but that didn't stop you from walking around at the end of the last game showing off your other face, and everyone was like, oh, you're so scarred by your plastic surgery, and then I guess you told everyone that you plastic surgeryed back, is that it? I guess it's an easy way to explain it, but if they were doing this to avoid spoilers, if the whole purpose of this is to avoid spoilers, but they just showed me the picture, so unless that changes depending on my answer at the beginning of the game, maybe if I answered at the beginning of the game that I didn't know about the previous game, they would have glossed over this. I feel like that has to be the case, right? Maybe I should have said I don't know just so that the stream is more spoiler-free, but it's too late now.
Besides, this one is more popular with the ladies.
Oh, it's so weird to hear your voice with that body.
I don't think it makes much of a difference.
Shut up!
By the way, oh,
it's cool, doesn't it?
It's so annoying because you have to use the D-pad. Okay, by the way, Jinfurue didn't have a silicone mask, no, I know because I x-rayed it. It's so annoying when that trivia stuff comes up, because to make it scroll faster, you use the D-pad, but then I was also targeted on Date, and then I was also using the D-pad to interact with him. So in other words, the button did two things at the same time. That's just weird controls.
I'm wearing the patch because Iva ran away from home.
That's not the whole story, though, is it, Dante? You tried to watch a VR video of bikini girls splitting watermelons.
Oh my gosh, Date.
I can't do this anymore. I am done being your partner.
So Iva leapt out of Date's eye socket and ended up at my place.
So she's at your house right now?
So there's no deeper meaning to the story. She left because you were trying to watch bikini girls.
No, she's working on a top secret mission.
What mission?
If I told you, it wouldn't be top secret.
Why are you here?
I thought you were on vacation.
Yeah, new labor laws. I'm supposed to be on break.
New labor laws.
Then why are you here?
Yeah, Iva was just like, I'm out of here, Date.
Well, why not? I was bored, so I thought I'd come play darts.
Like, could you imagine having someone like living in your eyeball and they see everything you see? You get like no privacy. But still, I mean, watching bikini girls though, Date.
This is supposed to be a place of business. Could you not play around in here?
This totally looks like a place of business, boss. I need to examine the Christmas tree later. So there's always like a running joke with a Christmas tree. Wait, is that Tama tucked into your boobs?
What? This room is full of things to play with. I saw the news last night. I talked to Boss earlier too, so I know the gist of what's going on. A corpse suddenly appeared in the middle of a live stream, right? For some reason, just the right half. Like it traveled through time and space.
See, everyone's saying this traveled through time and space thing. It can't not be a thing. My senior agent, Date.
Advice? I only give advice when I'm drinking. Shall we?
It's not even noon yet.
Who cares? I'm on vacation.
Well, I'm not.
Come on. My treat, as usual.
I've seen Mr. Date drunk several times before, but not once have I seen him open his wallet.
No, I'll just handle this myself.
What? Drink with me. There's a real cozy bar in Omiya I know about. I think you'll like it.
All the bartenders are sexy women, aren't they?
How did you know?
And why Omiya of all places?
You don't know? Saitama is hot right now.
It's warm at this time of year?
That's not what I meant.
Saitama is a province located north of Tokyo, with a population around 7 million. Omiya is the capital of Saitama. Omiya is a stop for bullet trains and arenas, where even Johnny's groups perform. There are tons of stores Date might like. Omiya is a really fashionable city. I don't like the way this scrolls, because if I fast forward it, you have to like fast forward and then stop, because when it's moving it's too hard to read. You can't... I wish it scrolled a little bit slower when you fast forward it. But the default speed is just too slow. Let's look at the Christmas tree.
How long are you going to keep that here?
Until I get a new boyfriend.
Then it's gonna stay there forever.
Date, I'm assigning you to Venezuela.
Good luck.
Okay, I could talk to Tama or I could talk to Boss. Tama, what are you doing there? Her name is Tama. She's a weird shape compared to Aiba. She's definitely like curvier. Well, that's her hair behind her. In the little portraits, I was like, why is her body so round like Aiba's when she's got little like arms extruding out of her? She's kind of robot known as an eyeball. Haha. Right now, I suppose her gender is set to female. She's usually nested in my left eye socket and supports me on investigations. She's my left eye and also my partner. Most of my conversations with Tama are done in my mind. That goes for when she's in my eye socket, and while she's out and about like
Tama,
this.
show me the news.
That's not how you ask for a favor, is it?
I beg of you, Lady Tama.
How about this?
Tama is connected to my brain through a wireless link. That's how we're able to exchange information while Tama is out of my eye socket. Well, thank you for this image, Tama. I really needed that. Wait, Tama.
I said news, not nudes.
Okay, haha, very funny, Tama. I don't like you.
Nice and soft. It feels kind of soothing being here.
Anything to promote office wellness.
Oh my gosh.
What are you talking about?
Well then, you won't mind if I join you?
Oh, Date, you stay out of this. Did not miss...
I'm kidding.
Did not miss you being a perv all the time. Really took me out of the game. What are you looking
I
at?
see a stupid-looking man's face. Like this.
Well, thank you. I kind of like how you can get like 2 views by looking through their eyeballs, which are detached. It's kind of neat, but I can talk to myself.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
You're trying to convince yourself, aren't you? Poor Ryuki, you're exhausted.
You can do it.
Yeah, I'll try.
You'll try? What the hell is that? Why don't you say it like you mean it, asshole? It's your duty to solve this case. This is why you're here, isn't it?
How are you?
It's all right now, because I am here. Half might.
Are you gonna make the half might joke the entire game?
Half for all. We are full-time heroes.
Ryuki?
You feeling okay?
Maybe we should have a doctor take a look at you.
I got it, Tama. You can close it.
Okay, bye. About the video linked in the QR
Wanna
code.
see it again?
No, I didn't. I thought you were gonna talk about it. I don't want to
No.
see it again.
Thank you.
Not if it's gonna be the same. I saw the video last night and... Oh yeah, it made me go crazy.
What is it, Ryuki?
Probably shouldn't watch it again.
The QR code on that sign was shown during the live stream too.
Yeah, quite clearly.
That means it was seen by people around the world.
This is all a ploy for that YouTuber to get all the views. That's why they did it.
They say the ViewCube video and the link got several million views.
The account is already deleted, but you know how it is. People uploaded copies to other sites almost immediately.
That means the actual number of people who saw it is several times greater.
Anything strange happened since?
What do you mean?
Maybe a bunch of people being sent to the hospital after seeing the video or something.
No, I haven't heard any reports like that so far.
I see.
Like I said, the uploader of the original video is unknown.
It hasn't even been half a day. No new info for you yet. Jin's left half hasn't been found yet either.
Yeah, the uploader already got the ad revenue. They're not even mad. Yeah, Date is using his old appearance because apparently he got some special mask or something like that. Apparently.
Why did his right half burst into flames like that?
We're still looking into it, but I was told they haven't recovered any mechanical or electrical pieces.
So it wasn't a time bomb.
Do you think it could have been spontaneous combustion?
Who knows?
How late were you out drinking last night?
What?
You went to a host club in Kabukicho after the investigation, didn't you?
Who would do such a thing?
I mean, you usually do that.
I went straight home last night. I can't be out drinking every night. The kid would never let me hear the end of it.
You have a kid?
I'm sorry, your kid?
Yeah, my little girl. At least, I think she's a little girl. I didn't spot any dangly bits, so unless she says otherwise.
Are you talking about Aiba?
I had no idea you had a daughter, boss.
Neither did I.
I didn't know either. Why'd you keep that a secret all this time?
It wasn't a secret. No one asked.
I don't buy it, boss.
Yeah, the entire country's been talking about it all day.
Not just Japan, but the whole world. A body sliced in half suddenly appeared in the middle of a broadcast, and then there was that weird QR code too. I'd be surprised if it didn't go viral.
But how strange. There was a blackout before the corpse appeared, right? So why didn't the stream get cut off?
So it was a calculated move.
Okay then. Tama and I will continue the investigation.
Oh, wait. Before you go, there's one thing I want you to be careful about. Abyss is having issues with the communication network right now. Any data obtained by your AI ball can't be uploaded to the cloud.
How convenient. So that's why we're gonna lose all the evidence that we're gonna gather at 6 years in the past.
Yeah, I can't do any backups right now. I can only save data inside my body's storage.
So we'll be in big trouble if you break.
Yes, any data saved from today on will be lost.
Understood. We'll be careful.
So, where do you plan on going first?
I thought we'd start by asking around for more info. I haven't been able to talk to the people who were at the scene much yet.
Mizuki, Iris, Noma, Chenpei, and Andy's Komeiji, the host.
Do you have their locations?
Yes, I've obtained each of their locations through the GPS on their smartphones.
Oh, that's convenient. That sounds a little illegal, but whatever.
First, Mizuki is at a place called Matsushita Diner.
Oh, Oda's place.
Ota's place.
Iris seems to be on the campus of Sekiba High.
Makes sense. She's a student there, after all.
Moma and Chinpei are at the Kumakura office.
Right. The Dragon and Lanterns place.
And finally, Komeiji. He seems to be on the rooftop amusement park at Misatan.
Misatan? That department store in Shinjuku?
Do you want to ride along for the investigation, Mr. Date?
I'm not gonna work on my day off. I'm not that bored.
Bored enough to come here.
There are many types of boredom. This is different.
Well, Ryuki, I'm counting on you.
Right. Leave it to me.
Tama, you take care of Ryuki, okay?
Always.
She's just gonna hop straight from boss's boobs into my eyeball. See, like, there's so many things to examine in this room, but then you examine them and all they say is, it's a poster. Like, it's a tree. Like, you could... People say part of the charm of these games is clicking on things and, like, seeing all the fun side conversations, but there's so few of them, and there's so many things that you examine that no one talks about. And then the actual dialogue for moving the plot ahead is kind of boring at times, so I just want to get on with it, so I don't want to stick around here and examine everything, which, unlike Ace Attorney, where I would do that, because they actually come up with entertaining dialogue for everything, so it's a bit of a shame they didn't fix that for this game compared to the first one. Okay, Mizuki first, or I don't really want to talk to Iris. Let's talk to the host guy, because he's a new character. I want to know more about him. Oh, thanks for the stretch, Aramon. Yeah, let's take a stretch while the game loads. You can straighten up your back if you're sitting in your chair watching this at home. Stretch your arms. Thank you for the stretch reminder, Armon. Department store, Misatan, February 11th, Monday. I'm just sitting there.
Shoma, my little boy, he's in elementary school. One day I wake up, go to the bathroom mirror, and I have writing on my forehead. It must have been Shoma. He had been learning letters in school recently. Anyway, he writes, Death Tub.
Death Tub. Is that butthead backwards?
And I'm thinking, Death Tub? Is that what he meant? Is he trying to tell me something? Then Shoma saw my face and started busting out laughing.
Right, because he saw it in the mirror, so...
And I was thinking, what's so funny?
But even if it was written backwards, you wouldn't read it as Death Tub. His butthead, the B and the E and the D would all be backwards, so you definitely know that something was wrong.
That's when I realized, when you see Death Tub in the mirror... God of energy, Inti, Pachaka Max!
Oh. So Tama does have a thing for comedians, I guess.
Another story about Shoma.
The story just ends there.
One day I got a call from school and a rather heavy-set vice principal told me, Your Shoma called me a pig of all things!
Called you a pig. Are you sure he didn't call you a gip? Because it was backwards? Ha 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 ha. Also, why do they have to shade the mole on his forehead in his portrait to make it so shiny?
I apologized, then gave Shoma a talking to. Listen here, Shoma. Don't you ever call the vice principal that again.
Also, it's funny he called him a butthead. He should just call him a blockhead.
He said, Okay, I won't call the vice principal a pig anymore, but it's okay if I call a pig vice principal, right? I say, sure, why not? So then as the kid is leaving, he says, I'm sorry, can I go play with my friends now, vice principal? God of energy, Inti, Pachaka Max!
Your punchlines would be better if you didn't end them off with this weird phrase. Okay.
Are you finished?
Well, you're the only one here. You're Mr. Ryuki from the Metropolitan Police Department, right? You came here to talk about what happened?
Yes.
Then let's go somewhere else to talk. You'd prefer someplace quieter, right?
It's kind of nice to see him separating his like stage persona with him being actually serious, but if he was a character that always talked like that and made those corny jokes, I think I would find him really unbearable. But if he's able to set that aside and actually talk normally, fine, I could deal with that. You're just doing it for your job. I respect that. Ah, yes, the good old Ferris wheel talk.
Wait, the Ferris wheel?
Well, why not?
Alone with a middle-aged man in an enclosed space?
Tama, don't make this even weirder than it is.
This is not what I had in mind.
I thought you liked him anyways, Tama. You like the comedian. Why did you host a quiz show? Why a Ferris wheel? Your clothes about last night's incidents. Why a Ferris wheel?
I love Ferris wheels. I like anything that continuously spins around, actually.
Okay, fair.
Plane propellers, washing machines, the beds at Love Hotel.
Oh, okay. You could have left that last one out.
There used to be rotating beds at Love Hotels a long time ago.
How do you know that?
Just like life, isn't it? With its ups and downs. We rotate around the same places over and over.
Well, the beds at Love Hotels don't go up and down, though. Although, I guess they do, in a way.
Tama, stop it, please. And here I was hoping this game would leave out all the weird humor, perverted humor from the first game. It's almost worse.
A boy is just like me, you know?
Shoma? You mentioned him on stage earlier.
Yes, he really loves this Ferris wheel too.
Is Shoma gonna end up being the killer? Is his son gonna end up being the killer? Or is he just like one of those... It's a common trope, I think, for comedians to talk about like a character that's off screen or something like that.
He's almost in middle school and he still comes here by himself all the time. He talks like he's all grown up, but he's still a kid inside.
With your love of Ferris wheels, I'd say you're still a kid on the inside too.
How old is his son?
You got a point there. You're probably right.
About Shoma.
He's right in the middle of his rebellious stage, so he's been a handful. His mother hasn't been around for about 3 years now.
Was it a divorce?
Yeah. She got sick of me and left the house.
Aw. He says it so candidly, too. Why'd you host the quiz show?
You know I'm a comedian now, but when I was in my early 20s, I was working as a regular company employee. I appeared on several quiz shows on the side and ended up winning first place many times.
Komeiji was famous as a quiz king ever since he was a student. He even had worshippers who lauded him as the quiz god.
Thinking back, that may have been the peak of my life. Adored wherever I went, everyone buying me all sorts of things.
I don't think people go that crazy over quiz champions. You don't see, like, Jeopardy winners going down the street and getting applause from everyone.
Maybe I shouldn't have taken advantage of the situation like I did. I was so enamored by the glamorous celebrity life.
Hey, welcome! Nod. Thank you so much for following me. Thanks for being a frog friend. Welcome.
I've always loved comedy, so I strived to become a comedian. But after that, well, it's just as you saw on that stage.
Aw, he's self-aware too, that he's not that good. I kinda like this guy. He's very down to earth, and I feel bad for him. He's just a working man trying to get his way through life, take care of his family. I respect
wonder why
that.
there wasn't an audience. It was so funny.
Oh, if only he could hear Tama laughing at his jokes, he would feel so much better about himself. Poor guy.
Ah, I haven't told you yet, have I? The producer for that show knew about me from my Quiz King days. He thought I could tell all sorts of anecdotes and gave me an offer to host the show. Ah, right. Sorry for calling you Team Popo back then. It was in the script. Didn't really have a choice.
By the way, Iris and Mizuki were called Team Lemniscate, and Moma and Shinpei were called Team Yakuza. Okay, very on the point. Why give me that in a weird trivia thing? Why don't you just put that in the dialogue of the game? I don't understand why they do that.
Oh, this? It's my one and only stage outfit. This sharp little bow tie is the highlight. My boy bought it for me last year.
Aw, it's cute.
Bow ties are somewhat unusual. Traditional ties are more common.
I did not need that commentary from you, Tama.
But you weren't wearing that tie last night, were you?
Oh, I wasn't.
Oh, good eye. I didn't notice that.
I tend to take it off or put it on based on how I'm feeling.
That's gonna be an important mystery clue, isn't it?
Do you come to the stage a lot?
Yeah, the owner of the Misaton department store took a liking to me. He's given me the opportunity to appear several times now.
About last night's incident.
I'm sorry. I have no idea what happened. I was just invited there and hosted the show as requested. Then that body suddenly appeared.
Did you know Jin, the victim?
I've never met him. I do know he was hated for his extreme narcissism and ego.
It's kind of weird that they show this still image of Jin too. Usually in this game, whenever they talk about a character off screen and then they show their image, it's a moving model with them doing like idle animations. They're not doing that here. Even in the last game, they were characters that we never actually met because they were victims. And they were dead the whole game, but we still saw them in moving models. Why don't they do that with Jin? It must be a conscious decision.
If I had to guess, the motive was probably a grudge. Someone must have had a grudge against him and did that.
It smells like alcohol.
Ah, does it?
A little.
A lot is more like it. Komechi's blood alcohol level is 0.12%, the early stages of inebriation.
I just couldn't get over what happened last night and ended up drinking too much. I wanted to forget about everything. I had to drink.
And alcoholism's gonna be a recurring theme in this game, huh?
Sorry I couldn't help, Mr. Ryuki. I wish you luck with the investigation. I'm rooting for you. Now, if you'll excuse me.
What's this? Why did it show me? Why did it tell me to press my touchpad? I'm glad it tells me that the map flashes and tells me to move on to the next area already, so I don't stick around here trying to examine things for no reason. Okay, I mean that was a pleasant conversation, but we didn't learn anything. Let's go drop by our friend Moma. I liked Moma. He was unhinged, and he was weird at the beginning, but he was a good guy in the end. I'm still surprised that Shinpei actually goes by his name in this game and is important, apparently. Instead of being Thug A.
Wait, you're the director of that quiz show, Shinpei?
Wait, what? Just jump right into it.
You got a problem with that?
No, but...
I told you, he got out. He's making an honest living as a civilian these days. Ain't that right?
Where's Thug B?
That's right, boss.
Stop calling me that. You're not a member of the gang anymore.
I don't want to talk to you now, suddenly. Why'd you become the director for the show?
I actually used to attend a vocational school to learn about film. I wanted to be a porn director.
Okay, that checks out. Okay, fine. Okay, you got me there. You got me.
I used the connections I got there to reach out to a production company for online shows.
Of course that was the reason. I can't escape from this humor, man.
And I was promoted to director right away. Supposedly, the last director ran away, so they really needed me to take his place.
Why was the director one of the contestants?
We didn't have enough people. The quiz show needed 3 teams of 2 to answer questions. We tried hard, but couldn't get together that last team. I had no choice but to participate myself, so I invited the boss to go with me.
And Moma agreed to participate?
Well, you know.
It's because Iris is there, huh?
It was a request from one of my precious underlings.
I was going to say, oh, it's because he's a good boss and a good friend, but I realized it's because Iris is there.
I convinced him by saying Tessa would be there too. Then he agreed right away.
Why'd you leave the group?
My girl has a baby on the way right now.
Oh right, didn't you like fall in love with like a random nurse from the first game or something?
So we decided to get married, but her parents wouldn't approve of it. Said they wouldn't let me have their daughter unless I got out of the business.
I mean, that's fair.
I agonized over the decision. So much that I could only eat 2 slices of pizza instead of the usual 3.
Oh no, what a tragedy.
But a man has to do what a man has to do, right? So I made up my mind to talk to the boss about it. But before I could...
Oh, I get it. Then I'll try asking him for you.
And Moma listened to Iris.
What? I didn't have any ulterior motives, so don't get it twisted.
Why'd you leave? Why'd you come back after leaving the group?
I came to say thanks to the boss for yesterday. I was thinking of going to Akiba, and this place is on the way.
Why Akiba?
Well, I need to stop by a maid cafe.
Maid cafe?
Yeah, it's called Sunfish Pocket.
Ah, yes, from the first game.
My girlfriend works there.
Oh wait, no, your girlfriend was the waitress. I think Thug B ended up with the nurse, right? Not important, I guess. About the case.
Sorry, but I haven't found anything that might be a lead.
What about the rest of the staff?
They'll probably tell you the same thing.
The detectives from HQ have already questioned the rest of the staff.
Yeah, they're nameless NPCs, they're not important.
Your report is uploaded on the database. 0 clues. There isn't information that could help us at all.
It's Shinpei Wagai, a former member of the Kumakuras. What about the other contestants? That show was supposed to run for 6 hours straight, from 6 to midnight. But it wasn't the same contestants the whole time. They were supposed to swap out every hour. Oh, okay, it wasn't the same people for the 6. That sounds more bearable. Our appearance was slated for 9 p.m.
Wouldn't know anything about the others. I already turned in the list of contestants to the cops. Why don't you try hitting them up one by one?
The other detectives already took care of that a while back.
It's only been 1 day, and all the other detectives have done so much work, and I've done nothing, and I'm like the lead detective.
No clues there either. There haven't been any reports of suspicious individuals.
Why were you on the show last
Didn't
night?
you just say so earlier? It is what it is.
About the case.
I'm pissed about the case too. That co-appearance was like a dream come true. The whole show was ruined. I'd love to get my hands on the bastard responsible.
I do have to say, I admire that they went through the trouble of animating all his teeth when he talks.
A dream come true?
The boss and Tessa got to...
Shut it! Anyway, I'd love to help you with your investigation and all, but unfortunately, I don't have any info that might be useful to you.
Shinpei's resignation goes smoothly.
Yeah, I didn't take his finger or anything. We're not doing any of that outdated cutting off your finger deal.
After all, the Kumakuras are a gang with morals.
I mean, after the first game, I believe you guys now.
Sounds like an oxymoron. Like a vegan zombie.
Give any leads at all.
I don't know what to tell you.
Did you see any suspicious people hanging around the studio, for example?
Suspicious people? I guess the only one who comes to mind is Kameiji.
Kameiji? You mean...
Yeah, Andy's Kameiji, the host. Supposedly he has connection to the Yakuza.
What? That guy? Really?
I'm not talking about our group, of course.
Why does every person have to have something to do with the Yakuza in the series?
It's just something I heard at a meeting with the street bosses. Word is he's involved in some dangerous transactions. Though that might not have anything to do with us.
I was gonna like Kameiji. What if he turns out to be... I mean, he's probably into something bad. And he's suspicious because of his square head.
Kameiji has connections with the Yakuza? Could it be true?
Let's figure that out later. You need to gather intel for now.
Got it. Then let's go somewhere else.
Okay, that went by pretty quickly. Well, see, why does this... See, why did this come up, like, earlier, but it came up so quickly I wasn't able to press the button in time. Eyeballies. The Q&A nurture game Eyeballies. Every 20 minutes, the Eyeballies will ask you a question. The more you answer, the more they grow. Wait, these are Tamagotchis? If an Eyeballie becomes an adult, as a result, you'll get many eyeballs as a reward. Wow, I've always wanted extra eyeballs. Get notifications when a character asks a question. You can get this notification in any scene. Sure. Turned Eyeballies question notification on. You can get this notification on any scene. Hi. Can you answer more questions so I can become an adulty? Why do you think of shrimp? Or what do you think of shrimp? Oh, I thought this was gonna be like a game show type of question. Tasty. Red. Hard to eat. Hard. Tasty. Why is this going off screen? Can I move this? Why is it cut off? This is so good and so juicy is lazy. Are you trying to say answering? This is so good and so juicy is lazy? Thinking of next question. We'll wait 19 minutes and 56. Okay. Why is it cut off on the side of the screen? Okay. The game is autosave. You can also save the game whenever you want. Alright, I forgot there's an autosave. Okay. I have 660 eyeballs. Yeah, why would the Yakuza want someone that looks so conspicuous? I want to save Mizuki for last, because I feel like she's going to be important. Let's go talk to Iris. Why is there an eyeball Tamagotchi minigame? Don't get it. Why was it cut off from the side of the screen? I don't get it. Oh, who are you? Oh, you're the maid from the maid cafe. Wait, you're Chinpei's girl, right?
Iris, how are you feeling?
I've never seen Iris in her school uniform either.
Still upset about last night?
I'm okay. I recover pretty quick from these things.
Wow, she was having a complete breakdown yesterday, and now she's just... Also, she's still wearing her cat ear headphones. That's kind of cringe, man.
See? I'm bouncing right back. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy bunny!
Okay, bye, Iris. I don't want to see you again. Bye.
Ryuki, would you mind hitting her with a German suplex?
Gladly.
Later. By the way, you're...
That's Mommy. She's one of my best friends.
Did she also get a name in the first game? Or maybe they gave me her name, but only in the case files, but she didn't actually say it? So she and Chinpei were upgraded from background NPCs to actual NPCs this time.
Nice to meet you. My name is Amame Doi.
Wait, but if you're dating Chinpei... He's like an adult. I thought he'd be dating an adult. Okay.
I'm a third year at Sekiba High, and I'm in the same dance club as Iris.
Or are you not the maid cafe girl and you just happen to have the same color hair?
I'm a super hyper cutie miracle beauty.
Okay, you're cringy too.
Ryuki, I think we should leave.
Hold on. In dance club? Huh.
Huh. You just pictured me in a leotard, didn't you?
No?
No?
Oh, it's a pervert! Somebody call the police!
I am the police.
Oh, come to think of it, you were on the quiz show last night, weren't you? Your name started with an R, I think.
Yeah.
Mr. Rero Taro, was it?
Yes, that is exactly my name.
It's Ryuki!
Now you know how Kagami feels.
I see. Mr. Ryuki Rerotaro.
Guess I'll start with you. What's your career path gonna be after graduation?
You could say I'm a part-timer. It's just me and my mom back home, so money's tight. I don't have time to go to college or a specialty school.
Oh, that sucks.
But Mommy is so smart. She always has the best grades, even though she doesn't go to class much.
Is she not the maid cafe girl from the first game?
I've been busy with my part-time job and dance practice.
Where do you work?
I work as a mermaid at a gaudy maid cafe called Sunfish Pocket.
Okay, so you are, I'm not going crazy, you are that girl.
Mermaids are what they call the maids that work there.
They wear these cute mermaid outfits as they serve the customers?
Right, those outfits.
I know because I used to work at Sunfish Pocket a long time ago. Mommy works there at night after dance practice.
How late do you work?
Don't tell anyone, but till about 11.
Even when you were 17?
Yes, ever since I was 16.
That's a violation of Article 61 of the Labor Standards Act. Though it would be the employer who would be penalized.
And the employer as well.
I lied to the manager about my age.
Well, I guess technically there'd be a new employer now, so I'm referencing the first game if you're not sure. Labor Standards Law Act 61 declares you cannot employ anyone younger than 18 from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m.
So according to my profile, I'm 20 years old right now.
Is that going to be an important fact that comes up in this case, that your age is wrong?
That's a bit...
I'm sorry. Please don't arrest me.
Your age being wrong and the host not wearing his bow tie, are those going to be important clues?
My family's poor, so I need to keep working.
I mean, I can't fault you for that. About the incident.
I know about the incident. I was watching the live stream of that quiz show.
Wait, why is there an X-ray option?
Whoa! Mommy turned into a skeleton!
Why is this?
It's an X-ray!
Also, isn't that pretty dangerous? Why am I shooting her with X-rays? Okay.
I don't think there's anyone from our generation that doesn't know who he is. He's famous for having a sharp tongue. He used to write a bunch of completely lame articles and critiques online. He used to start up stupid internet drama crap on Twitter, too.
He's one of those types of celebrities.
Amame has a pretty sharp tongue herself.
I don't remember Amame being this sharp-tongued in the first game.
His main job was being the CEO of Music Food. I guess that's like the president of the company?
Again, the name Music Food is just... what are two things that young people like nowadays? Well, they like music, They like food. I know, let's make a company called Music Food. Actually, I kind of like the logo. The fact that the plates are also like the boombox speakers, you know?
I think I read an article online that said he started the business when he was 22.
But his history before then is shrouded in mystery. And no one knows anything about his childhood, right?
Yeah. He was a pretty mysterious figure.
Music Food is a subscription music service. It mainly focuses on Japanese music, so it's not widely known service worldwide. But they do have 10 million subscribers, so I'm sure they make a good profit. What's the food for? Is it like skip the dishes but with music? Like, we'll deliver the music to you. Why can it X-ray you? Is that a fan service thing? Is that a thing that people are into? German suplex.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. I boiled a potato and my socks in a sack.
Okay, Ryuki's gone off his rocker. I should not have picked the German suplex.
Mr. Ryuki.
Are you okay?
Trophy earned. Oh. The song
The
Ryuki...
agency I belong to, Lemniscape, received a request for me to appear.
See, again, it's that annoying thing where like this trivia thing comes up and it tells you to press left and right to scroll the text, but then left and right was also an option for talking to Iris at the same time. The song Ryuki was just saying was German soup socks, I think. Yeah, maybe the X-ray backfired into his brain.
They wanted me and one more person to participate as a pair, but we couldn't find anyone with an opening in their schedule. And that's why Mizuki ended up going instead.
Is class over?
Don't you know today is February 11th? National Foundation Day.
Why are you here?
Oh, right. Then why are you at school?
Well, how do I put this? I just felt compelled.
Of course this game has to have, like the first game in this game, it's like, they obviously want to slip in all the fan services things, right? So they have like the internet idol, they have the classroom setting with the school uniforms, they have the maid cafe, they have like the bar, like the sexy bar, like it's all the fan servicey things.
I can only wear this uniform and attend this school for about another month or so.
So I invited Mame, and we just kind of ended up here.
Iris and Amame are third years. I'll be graduating soon.
About the incident.
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about it. It did feel like some sort of paranormal phenomenon, though.
I shouldn't have come to ask you, Iris. You were just gonna derail the conversation.
Paranormal?
Like I mentioned last night, maybe that body teleported here from some other world. The other half could have been absorbed into some other dimension, and that split the body in two.
Because I'm also wondering, Mizuki obviously ages during the 6-year gap. Ryuki didn't. Are they still gonna show, like, if they show Iris and Mame 6 years from now, are they gonna bother aging them up at all?
Speaking of which, there are rumors that people who watched that video and disappeared could have also been swallowed into another dimension.
Okay.
Iris is sitting on a chair.
Leering at an 18-year-old. That's a bit creepy, don't you think?
I was not leering. Iris is just sitting on a chair. I have no further commentary.
Now you're trying too hard.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Without a hint of lecherous intent, I am looking at Iris sitting on a chair. What's this about being swallowed into another dimension?
That QR code video. A similar video went viral about half a year ago.
The Bats 490 video.
Now you guys are lying. That's a screen cap from the recent video. That's not from an old video unless they recycled it.
Supposedly people who saw it suddenly vanished.
So, they say those who went missing were taken into another dimension.
Did you also see Bats 490?
Yes.
So did I.
But you two haven't disappeared.
That's because we haven't decoded it.
There's a code hidden inside Bats 490.
They say the code reveals a specific location.
You have to go there to get taken into another dimension.
I've heard stories about, like, people put out these real life, like, clues and search, like, augmented reality things where people put up videos and websites with hidden links, and you'd like puzzle solve them and they actually lead to a prize. And there was one, I remember reading about it. I can't remember what it was called, but it was pretty infamous. Or famous? Infamous? I guess it's kind of neutral, so it wasn't good or bad, but like it was like a set of videos with some clues, and I'm not sure if they were tied to an old video game or something like that. It was really old though, and the mystery remained unsolved for years. Yeah, the cicada one. Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm talking about the cicada one though. There's another one I'm talking about where there was actually a bunch of people that solved it, and it told them to go to this location at like a specific time on a specific date or set of dates, like when the moon or the sun or something in alignment. And the people actually went to that location, and it was like 20 years after the original puzzle came out. And so they went to this location. I think it was a tie-in to a video game or something like that. So they went to this location like 20 years later after they decoded the clues, and then like some dude in like a mascot costume, like an ugly, creepy looking mascot costume from that game, like came out of the bushes at exactly that time and congratulated them and gave them like some keepsake or memento or something like that. And I was like, I heard the story and I was like, what is this? That means that guy has been hiding, like has been donning that mascot costume and hiding at that same location every time that the moon or whatever was in a certain position, hoping to see if someone would come by having solved the video. And like I saw pictures of it, and his mascot costume was so creepy. Like it was not a good, it was like one of those like Five Nights at Freddy's looking types of things. And it was like, what? I should look it up. It had a name though. It had a name.
And the people who decrypted the code all said the same thing before vanishing.
I've learned the secret of the world.
But no one knows what that secret is.
You hated it, Yule? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, hi, Jenny! Hi!
I told you to wait for me at the gate,
Jenny!
didn't I?
Good to see you, Jenny! Why are you here, Jenny? Speaking of creepy mascots.
Yeah, but I got here a bit early.
Okay, I was not expecting that voice.
His name is Gen Ishiagane. He's the owner of the fusion restaurant Brahman in Golden Yokocho. Though, I'm sure you already know that.
Yeah, I've been there many times. But why is Gen here?
Ah, if it isn't Mr. Ryuki.
Hi, Genny.
Are you here to investigate that case by any chance?
Yes, I was talking to Iris about it.
I also watched the quiz show last night. Several people I know were on it.
Hi again. Were you able to get in easily?
Oh, are you asking because I'm wearing this mask? It was fine. The security for this school is practically non-existent.
Besides, who'd want to mess with him? He's huge. He's wearing a creepy face.
There are tons of places on the grounds without any fences or security cameras.
If I was a security guard and I saw this thing walking on the camera, I'm getting out of there.
So you didn't walk in through the front gate?
I couldn't have, dressed like this. A guard would have stopped me.
There's a reason he always wears the mask. He would scare people off if he took it off. Oh. I haven't seen him without his mask myself, but that's what he said. Supposedly, it's something he was born with. He got called a monster when he was... Oh, he got called a monster when he was a kid. Okay, but... I respect that. But could you have picked a more pleasant-looking mask? Or, like... You could have worn, like, a motorcycle helmet with, like, a shielded face guard. That would have been so much less inconspicuous. And no one would ask you about why you're wearing a motorcycle helmet. Like... Okay, man. Why are you here?
I drove here to pick up Amame and Iris. I need them to help out at work tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry, Genny. Something came up.
These girls work everywhere.
Oh, I see.
Oh, the poor guy came out here to pick you up. You didn't even tell him that you weren't available.
I'm free, though.
Okay, good.
I can still help.
Good. Don't let him down.
That'd be great.
Genny's my favorite now.
You two are close with Gen, huh?
Yeah. We're just a big old happy threesome.
Say it that way.
That was a weird way to phrase it.
Amame visited Brahman a lot. even back when it was in Yotsuya.
Why are these girls going to a bar?
Once it moved to Golden Yokocho, I took Iris there.
You've been to Brahmin too, Mr. Ryuki?
Of course. I've been there several times. Mr. Date took me there.
Mr. Date? So you must know Mr. Date too, Genny.
I've known him for a long time. We're so close, we've seen each other's buttholes.
Why does everyone have to phrase things so weird in this game?
Wow, what a small world.
Is she really going to ignore the butt part?
I don't know what you and Date have been doing in your spare time. I'd like to try Mr. Gen's cooking. Mr. Gen's cooking.
You're more than welcome to visit anytime.
Genny's cooking is amazing. Everything he makes is so good. My tongue could fall right off. Personally, I think his place and Matsushita Diner are competing for the #1 spot.
Come on now, don't compare my restaurant with a place like that. The cooking there was superb when Takiro was still the man behind the chef's knife. But now it's his son Ota running things.
Yeah, Oda. Who likes Oda? So Oda took over the restaurant, huh?
He doesn't know the first thing about cooking. His dishes are missing the most important condiment.
Love. Oh, you're just gonna leave the conversation like that?
Well, I think we got enough info here for now. Ryuki, wanna get going?
Sounds good.
I didn't learn a damn thing. See, that's the thing too. In Ace Attorney, every time you move locations and talk to people, you always leave the location having learned at least something. I feel like I've barely gotten anything from all these visits. Which is fine, I mean, this is the pace of the game, but... I like this girl's outfit. She looks cute. A bunch of new characters.
Man, this sucks.
She kind of reminds me of Emma from Ace Attorney, just like the color scheme of her outfit.
I already talked my jaw off yesterday.
That was with the local detective, right? I haven't heard anything yet.
Big sis, perhaps you should help them?
Big sis?
Ah, that's just what I call Mizuki.
Ah, and you're...
My name is Kizuna. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, I'm from the Metropolitan Police Department.
You didn't think to introduce yourself when you first sat down?
Ryuki, right?
Oda, don't butt into the conversation. We're not talking to you.
You were on that quiz show last night.
Talk to her. Actually, what about this guy? Man. I sat down here to talk to them, and suddenly I just turn around and start talking to this guy. Excuse me.
Maybe you shouldn't talk to that guy. He seems pretty drunk.
He's drinking non-alcoholic beer. What do you want, jerk?
I was not aware you could get drunk from non-alcoholic beverages.
Like, I'm talking to these two about, like, a confidential police investigation, and I'm just dragging this guy into the conversation. How are you?
It's all right now, because I am here!
Hey, Ryuki, let's lose that shtick already.
How are you, young boy?
Ryuki, are you actually like an old man in a young person's body or something?
Guess he's not doing too good.
I mean, the fact that he has Tama in his eyeball means that he's missing an eyeball, right? Did he go through the same thing as Date in the first game? Your name?
Pardon me, but may I ask your name?
There's no response. He seems to be depressed. Okay. Wait, his name was still green. Just a customer, okay. Are you a student of Sekiba High?
I am indeed. How did you know?
Your uniform?
Don't tell me you're a uniform buff, Ryuki. I didn't take you for a pervert.
Cause he is good friends with Iris and Mame too. Oh, you don't know about Mame, do you?
I just met her, actually.
Do you mean a Mame Doi?
Why is she wearing that outfit?
Yeah.
Then I do know her. I met her at Sekiba High earlier.
Iris and Mame belonged to the same dance club as I. It was through them that I was introduced to Big Sis.
Ooh. What direction do you like? Up, left, right, down? It'd be funny if they had like each of these was on the wrong directional label. What direction do I like? Left, right, up, down? Up. I don't really care, E. Well, thank you, Iba E. Maybe I should stop doing those, they take me out of it. Also, I don't really like how whenever I click on a character to talk to them, they give me like the directional pad here, and my instinct is to go from left to right, but it almost always seems like you should be going from up to down in the way that they phrase the questions, because the one on top is always the introduction one. Yeah, up gang, represent, yeah? What's up, gang, right? Dog? You like dancing, huh?
Yes, I most certainly do. However, I am not very good at it.
That's not true. You've even won a dancing competition before.
That was nothing more than a fluke. Iris is a far better dancer.
Why do you call Mizuki that?
This is a bit difficult to explain. I just sensed a certain elegance to Mizuki that was characteristic of an older sister.
You're like in grade 12. Mizuki's in grade 6. You're calling her big sis.
Is that a compliment?
It almost seems like condescending if you at that point.
Tama, how old is Kizuna?
18, same as Iris. They're in their third year, so they're graduating soon. In other words, Mizuki is a whole 6 years younger than Kizuna.
About the incident.
I was watching that quiz show live as well. Then, goodness, I couldn't believe it. That corpse suddenly appeared on the screen. I couldn't sleep last night from the shock of it all. I was worried about Big Sis and Iris as well.
Yeah, you called me a bunch, I remember.
You witnessed the corpse with your own eyes, did you not?
She got right up in the corpse's face. Wait, she hasn't lost her eye yet either, so it definitely wasn't that explosion that lost Mizuki's eye.
Are you certain you're okay?
I'm totally fine.
Your mental fortitude is admirable.
I've been through a lot is all.
Yeah, she's seen a lot. Shouldn't you be in school?
Today is February 11th, National Foundation Day.
Yeah, so many people were watching this quiz show. I mean, obviously, if a body appeared on it, you'd think a lot of people would look at it retroactively, but you wouldn't be thinking that many people would be watching it live.
Oh yeah, it is. So, why are you here?
Why else? To eat some of Ota's cooking. I brought my friend Kizzy with me.
And I appreciate your business.
Why were you on the show last night? I already heard the details from Iris, but confirming the consistency of testimony is part of my job.
Iris had an offer to appear on the show. So she was asked to bring another talent from Lemniscate, but no one could make it, so I decided to go instead. As the president of Lemniscate, I couldn't just turn it down.
Right, technically you're the president, I forgot.
President? Aren't you 12?
It's a long story. I ended up taking over the company after Daddy.
Any clues?
Sorry, but I don't know anything. I just went on the show like Iris asked, and then a body showed up out of nowhere. I've heard about Jin Furue, but it's not like I knew him personally. Sorry, I can't really help.
I saw Mr. Date earlier.
And?
I mean, Mr. Date is like your foster father, so I thought I'd let you know just in case.
Foster father? I'm the one taking care of him. I'm paying the rent and utility bills too.
Oh my gosh, Date!
Oh.
He's the one with a job. I mean, you're the president of a company, I guess, so...
Oh, I know of Mr. Date as well. He is quite close with Iris, so I have the honor of being on friendly terms with him as well.
Hey, fine, Ota, you get to be part of the conversation. Your name.
Are you Mr. Ota Matsushita?
Oh, you heard of me? Did you talk to Date or something?
Yeah, something like that.
He's linked to the new Cyclops serial killings. That's how I know his name and age.
Ota is 24. 1 year older than you, Ryuki.
Yeah, that's why I'm being polite.
Oh, Ryuki's a good boy. Does anyone else work here?
Nah.
Ota handles the cooking, serving, and accounting all by himself.
Hope he's just giving his mom a well-deserved break.
That's right.
She probably doesn't even appear in this game, I'm guessing.
Tama, are there any legal issues with this?
Not at all.
Oh, there she is.
His mother, Mayumi Matsushita, holds the proper certification for food hygiene.
Mr. Matsushita, can I ask where your mother is?
Probably in the living room back there.
Yeah, he looks really young, right? He's also really short. But he's 24. He's a character from the first game, too.
I guess she's sitting at the kotatsu watching TV or something.
Good, your mom deserves it. She's a good woman. Matsushita... See, this time I was smart enough to close the dialogue box before scrolling this. Trivia. Matsushita Diner was closed for a long time. It recently reopened. They get decent customer traffic and make a pretty good amount of money. About the incident last night.
Man, that was crazy! I said it before, but I was watching that stream live.
I guess with Iris on the stream, a lot of people might have been interested in that.
I heard Tessa and Mizuki were gonna be on that show, right? Then that body appeared out of nowhere. Man, I couldn't believe what I saw. Speaking of crazy, that ViewCube video.
You saw it?
No, not the whole thing. Too scary. I saw the one before, though.
The one before?
You don't know? I think it was about half a year ago. A video similar to that one went viral. Everyone was talking about it online.
Ah, I know of that one as well. The mysterious video known as Bats 490, correct?
You should have called it Bats 420.
Yup. There was some kind of code hidden in it, too.
According to the rumors, whoever deciphers it will learn the secret of the world.
Secret of the world? Did a grade schooler come up with that or something?
Bats 490, Secret of the World. Iris and Amame mentioned the same thing.
Do you have a girlfriend?
That came out of nowhere. Of course I have one.
Does he still think of Iris as his girlfriend?
You met her yesterday, right? Tessa. The girl named Iris Sagan.
Oh my god. Please tell me they aren't please tell me they aren't actually dating.
Ota, do you want me to rip your tongue
Yeah,
out?
thanks, Mizuki.
Oh, well, as long as we're on the subject. Are you going out with anyone, Kizzy?
Oh, me? Such relations with gentlemen are completely foreign to me.
Are you into baby-faced guys that know how to cook?
No shame.
Oh, my type is so stereotypical that I am embarrassed to admit it.
Do you like people like Ryuki?
Someone like Prince Charming.
A prince?
Ryuki could be a prince. No, I can't see it.
I yearn to be a princess. I hope my Prince Charming will appear before me with a glass slipper someday.
I mean, I know people have this fantasy and stuff, but to say it out loud is kind of... I guess maybe she's just a very honest person. But, like, I'm a complete stranger and also a police detective, so it'd be weird to say it to a stranger, but whatever. I am also very young looking, I guess.
That's my dream.
Glass slipper.
Oh, you were listening too high. Is this your Prince Charming? Does he look like this?
Ota? Who is that?
Well, he's a customer. He comes by a lot.
Is that your Prince Charming?
Well, in any case, I have a great affinity for shoes.
I have a great affinity for shoes.
My admiration of Princess Cinderella partially comes from that, I'm sure. Glass slippers. Isn't that so magical? How lovely it would be to dance in them.
Wouldn't it be hard to dance in glass slippers?
That is true.
Shoes. Let's go buy some shoes. About Bats 490.
The video starts with a bunch of bats flying around.
Oh, so Batman made the video.
Yes, that's where the bats part comes from.
Either Batman made the video or like the Riddler made the video.
I don't know what the 490 means though.
Were you able to decode it?
No way. I had no idea what it meant.
Well, it's not like solving it would have been a big deal. I'll bet that secret of the world stuff is bogus anyway.
Don't ruin the fantasy, Mizuki.
Someone solves it and they end up the answer's just 42.
I'm just telling it like it is. It's just an ARG. It's a game for kids.
ARG means alternate reality game.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to talk about Cicada and other actual real-life ones. In the first game, and actually in the Zero Escape games, I know this author likes to do that a lot, where they talk about actual real-life mysteries and relate them to their stories.
The Game Master releases mysterious information to the public via the internet, leaflets, posters, stuff like that. Players decode the information to discover a location or objective that moves the game forward. Simply put, an ARG is a fusion of games and real life.
I'm surprised they didn't put that into the trivia line instead of telling me in the story, which I'm fine with.
Hey, Kizzy, I want to see you dance.
Right now, on the table.
Where did this come from?
I want to see too.
Don't you want to see too, Ryuki?
Well, I don't want to put her on the spot.
No, I've got to see this.
then I'll play some music. Just a sec.
Oh my god, the poor girl.
Wait, I have not agreed to anything yet.
Is this another musical number? Is this a new musical number for this game? The other guy's like watching in the back.
Step and gum on my way to the station. The crowd squeezes out my frustration. And now I'm taking heat in the classroom. Oh well, I'll eat some donuts in the bathroom.
What are these
Now I
lyrics?
hear my friend got herself a boyfriend. They're going out for barbecue on the weekend. I see all of their smiles in their pics online. Wait, why is that making me cry? Oh my Prince Charming, where can I find you? How do I remind you of the dream we share? But dreams are just for dreamers, lonely hearts and schemers. I've got to break the chains of fate on my own. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Lonely girls across the world, let's wake up and fight. Worlds apart with beating hearts, unite the light through the night.
Ryuki's looking all dreamy. Oh, look at the guy in the back. Wait, without you I only half. She's the killer. She's the killer. She's cutting people in half. Wait, her backpack's a heart. That's actually kind of cool. She's the killer. Kazuna's the killer. She's cutting people in half to reunite them with the world. Okay, that musical number was not as catchy as Iris's musical number.
I know your name. You're Kizuna, aren't you?
The music was not as catchy as Iris's music. I was gonna say the dancing was better just because I think Kazuna's cuter than Iris, but I don't know, it was kind of weird. All the musical numbers in this game and the previous game, they're kind of cringy when I first see them. They make me want to cringe away. But then somehow the game like remixes it for the finale and it actually sounds good. Those lyrics are weird. I was about to say that they have very like Rebecca Black type of vibes to them, you know? Oh my god, this guy is totally into her now.
I heard you introducing yourself earlier. My name's Leon Twining, and I'm 22 years old.
You're younger than Oda.
My father's American and my mother's Japanese. So, Kizuna, I want you to marry me.
Oh my gosh. Oda's like...
Huh?
I'm playing again, okay. Okay, she has nothing to say. What about you? Are you okay? You're joking about the marriage thing, right? Why are you here? Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. My heart feels like a jackhammer, like it's gonna burst out of my chest any second.
That sounds like a line from one of her songs. You're joking about the marriage thing, right?
Of course this isn't a joke. Kizuna's dance purified my heart. There was so much darkness building inside me, but she cleared it all away. It felt like I went straight to heaven. I've always wanted to be a pilot since I was little. It was my dream to fly through the sky. Kizuna made that dream come true for me. Seeing her dance, it was like my soul pierced the heavens and flew into the stars.
Okay, man.
So, I've decided. I'm gonna marry her! Won't you marry me, Kizuna?
No, thank you.
No, thank you. This guy... He's basically like Oda from the first game. Oda's crush on Iris was so weird and cringy and stalkerish. This guy's gonna do the same thing to her.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Oh no, he's not taking it.
No, thank you.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that either.
No, thank you.
Anyway, I won't give up. You'll come around eventually, Kizuna. My motto is, if at first you don't succeed, try and fail again!
I think you mean try again.
Why are you even here?
Actually, I got fired yesterday. I didn't feel like doing anything after I woke up this morning. I came here so I could drink my problems away.
But you were drinking non-alcoholic beer.
I can still get drunk off of them, okay?
What job did you get fired from?
I was a bank clerk.
What were you really?
I don't like talking about it, but I was a janitor.
I think that is a noble job.
You're so right!
Oh my god, Kizuna, you're not helping the situation. I mean, mad respect for janitors and caretakers and custodians, but he did not need to hear this and fall more in love with you.
But unfortunately, my job was taken from me. And I have zero motivation to do anything now. Hard work just seems so pointless.
I dislike people who don't work hard.
Hard work is great!
Alright, I'm hitting up the employment office tomorrow!
This guy has a rather one-track mind.
I mean, he's creepy, but at least, like... How do I put this in a way? If I was a girl, and some random creep fell in love with me, there's people that could be far creepier and more threatening than this dude. So despite his appearances and his creepiness, I don't think he's all that bad of a guy.
He doesn't seem all that bad, though.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Ryuki. Like, at least he's not, I don't know, like an actual mobster or something.
Now, we haven't obtained much useful information. There's no point in staying here.
Okay, let's just leave while Kazuna's in this strange situation.
Yeah, let's go somewhere else.
Okay, I was like, where's the map option? There. I like Ryuki's smile. When he smiles, he looks very genuine. Ryuki's character design is definitely my type of aesthetic. Ooh, this is a nice car.
Back to Abyss?
This is a nice car. We didn't get a nice car in the last game. Yeah, watch him turn out to be a janitor at the local Yakuza den. He worked for MoMA, maybe.
Yeah, I want to reorganize the information I have so far.
Then why don't you just do it in this limousine?
Oh, right. I guess I could.
Why do I have a limousine, though? Date didn't have a limousine. Oh, hi. Lady. Scream like a little girl. Roar like a vicious beast. Who are you? Recite the sutras. Date had the same running shtick with Aiba, too. Oh, let's scream like a little girl. Oh my gosh, it sounded like you were being, like, strangled or something.
Shut up! Stop shouting!
But you surprised me. I thought that the ghost of an S&M pervert with a police uniform fetish who died in a tanning booth had come to haunt me.
Okay, that's funny. That's exactly what she looks like.
Haven't I showed you this body many times over the past 6 months?
I'm still not used to it. Your body is semi-transparent, and I can only see you in the left side of my vision.
It must be so weird, too, to see someone but only through one eye and the other one not.
So, why did you come out?
I thought it would be easier to talk to you this way.
Why did they design her like this? Why did they give her this type of personality? About the reason Jin's right half suddenly appeared, organized information, what do you think of this car? What do you think of this car?
Honestly, it reeks of bad taste. Makes me want to puke just looking at it.
Keep talking like that, and I'll throw you out the window.
Then you'd be a goner too. I'm the one driving this car, you know.
Right now, I'm using the car camera to steer the car remotely. I, of course, control the gas and brakes. I send signals electronically. It's technically a self-driving car. Interesting.
Why don't you take the leap and buy a different car?
I can't. This car is all I have of my parents.
Aw. I was about to say, like, if you think it's so gaudy, but you're driving it, doesn't that mean you like own it, but it belongs to his parents?
Your parents passed away, didn't they?
Yeah, in an airplane crash when I was young. From then on, I was living with my younger brother. But 6 years ago, he also.
So six years ago, so 12 years ago from the present, but 6 years ago from now. What did his parents do? Were they rich? They must have been. Organize information. Oh, the reason Jim's right half suddenly appeared.
Isn't that what you're investigating for?
Yeah, but remember what Mr. Date and Iris said?
For some reason, just the right half. Like it traveled through time and space.
Maybe that body teleported here from some other world. The other half could have been absorbed into some other dimension. And that split the body in two.
Don't tell me you believe that.
I mean, the first game had a lot of like weird red herrings that were just completely out of this world, and then like one of them turned out to be partially true or something like that. So I feel like maybe that's too obvious of an answer, but it has to come up later, I bet.
No, just... for some reason, it's stuck in my head.
Ooh, quiz question. Wait for me, Tama. I gotta take care of my Tamagotchi. Why was I born into this world? Something needs to be done. It's pointless. Thinking about that is life. Shut up. Thinking about that is life. Coolly. Oh, she actually liked my answer that time. I became a childie. Tell me more-y. Okay, goodbye. Good night. So weird. Organized information.
There isn't much useful information to sort out in the first place. If I had to say one thing, it would be the ViewCube video and that QR code link. By the way, I'm going to cut down on the word salad and call it QR video from now on. The teeny bit of information we got from that QR video is pretty much all we have.
You don't know? I think it was about half a year ago. A video similar to that one went viral. Everyone was talking about it online.
The mysterious video known as BATS 490, correct? There's a code hidden inside BATS 490. They say the code reveals a specific location.
Everyone who visits that place is said to have gone missing. They all left behind the same message. I've learned the secret of the world. Hey, Tama. Is BATS 490 still up anywhere on the internet?
Let's decipher it right now, right here.
I looked it up. Here it is.
Every time they talk about it, they show a screen cap from the more recent video. So I wonder if that has the same screen in both of them. They said it looks similar, but I don't know if it's recycled. Hopefully this doesn't make Ryuki freak out. Wait, those are supposed to be bats? I know there's entire YouTube channels that actually make content like this. Oh, hi. How's anyone supposed to decipher anything from that?
I have no idea what it's supposed to mean.
They say there's a hidden message inside, but I can't even tell where we're supposed to look.
It's usually like, for these augmented reality videos things, it's not usually just the video too. It's like the description, the name of the author, the URL, like there's a whole bunch of other things that usually feed into clues besides just the video itself. You can't just watch the video by itself. We must be missing, I mean, assuming the game wants us to solve this eventually, we must be missing like some vital parts of the clue. Yeah, like, you feel like weird YouTube videos like this nowadays are more a dime a dozen. How did any of these go viral? I mean, maybe this was back in a time where they weren't as common. I mean, a big part of it's word of mouth, I guess.
Same as the QR video. It was originally uploaded to ViewCube, then it spread from there. The account holder is unknown.
In any case, BATS 490 is the only lead we have right now. If we can figure it out, maybe it'll lead to the QR video.
Ryuki, you have a call. It's from Mizuki.
Mizuki?
Ryuki, a call from Mizuki. To Ryuki, from Mizuki.
I'm connecting her.
Oh, Ryuki? I got your number from Boss.
What is it?
I remembered something about BATS 490. I thought maybe it could lead to a clue.
What did you remember?
Someone in my class at school actually figured it out. He decoded the hidden message in BATS 490.
He did?
His name is Shoma Enda.
What? Right, because Shoma is like in his early teens. He's in the rebellious phase, so he's like the same age or around the same age as Mizuki.
He might know something, so I would go find him.
Why should be like, the answer is butthead backwards.
Anyway, see ya.
Shoma. Isn't that?
Andy's Komeji's.
Fascinating. Okay, something's picking up. Good. I was kind of like worried that we'd end off this episode with really nothing substantial. I'm glad we're actually getting somewhere. The pacing of this game is definitely slower than Ace Attorney, so...
Shoma, you know what happened last night, right?
He looks cool.
The QR code displayed on that sign. There was a link in it leading to a video.
Yeah, he doesn't have a cube head like his dad, I guess.
We're calling it the QR video. I wanted to talk to you about it. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
He and Ryuki are kind of my character types. Just in terms of aesthetics. I like black-haired characters with like not too spiky hair. Like my VTube model, as you can tell. Mostly because, I don't know why. I think part of it's like when I was growing up, I'd look at character designs like this and be like, that looks like me. I could conceivably cosplay this without needing to do anything funky with my hair or whatever. I think that's a big part of it. Or it was part of representation in seeing myself in games. I was like, oh, not everyone has to be an anime protagonist with crazy, spiky blonde hair, red hair, or whatever. You could just be a normal, dark-haired, Asian-looking dude. About your father, about Mizuki, what are you making? About the BATS 490 code. Your father.
Just to confirm, your father is Andy's Komeiji, and his real name is Yoneharu Enda. Is that right?
Like, I can see myself in characters that look more similar to me. Does that make sense? About Mizuki.
I heard you went to the same elementary school as Mizuki? She's actually the one who told me about you.
What are you making?
What are you making? Don't tell me it's a bomb.
Look at this smile on Ryuki. It's like his determined smile.
You know about the video called BATS 490, right? I have a feeling it's related to the QR video somehow. You solved the code in BATS 490, didn't you? And it showed you a certain location. Am I right?
I can't imagine this kid actually writing butthead on his dad's head or calling him a pig. Or gifting him a bow tie. I mean, maybe he's just very different around his family. Something must have happened to him. Or maybe solving the video changed him somehow. Yeah, maybe he just can't hear me. He's got his headphones on. Take off the headphones and suddenly it's a
completely ignoring.
Normal conversation.
Maybe because he's wearing headphones.
No, that's not it. There's no sound coming from them. Chastity belt on his heart must be locked tightly.
Do you have to use these words, Tama?
What kind of metaphor is that?
You won't be able to see his uvula unless you open that lock.
Oh my gosh.
So what you mean is, he probably won't speak unless you can find the key to his heart, I'm guessing.
Well, he didn't answer when I asked about what he was making. Don't tell me I have to sync with him.
There might be a key somewhere in this room. Let's find it.
A key to open the lock on his heart.
Well, it's a real-life Somnium now. It's Shoma. He's working on something in silence.
It's no use talking to him, I think. You'll have to find the key to his chastity belt
Tama,
first.
can you stop saying that?
That robot is so cool! Do you want to watch TV together?
Yeah, what is this strange protrusion?
Mr. Komeiji used to be amazing. Oh, but he still is, of course.
Oh yeah, it was like in the first game. We have to use our X-ray vision to find like hidden items to make people open up. That's how we got MoMA to open up to us.
What is that?
Oh good, it's not a body.
It looks like a robot. I tried searching, but it looks like it's not commercially available.
A homemade robot, huh?
Hey, Shoma, would you mind showing me the robot in your closet?
So how'd you know that was there? Why do I have a quiz show button in front of me?
Huh? How do you know about that?
Ha! I got him!
Oh, well,
Tell him you heard it from Komeiji.
Right. I heard about it from Mr. Komeiji.
Wow, Tama, you actually give good advice once in a while.
From my dad?
That's right.
Okay then. Just for a bit, okay?
That's a huge robot. That's a lot bigger than I thought. I thought it was a little toy.
You made that?
Yeah. Call it Robata.
All by yourself?
Look at that genuine sweet smile on Ryuki's face.
Uh-huh. There's a junk shop in Akiba. I got all the parts there.
Oh, look, he's smiling.
This robot only has one tire. It uses a gyro to keep its balance. Fine-tuning it is really hard.
I've actually been learning how to build robots more over the last couple of years, and it's pretty cool, although like I'm not like super into it. It's more like something I've had to do here and there for partially to do with my job, but also other things too. It's kind of neat, actually, especially more and more things in the world are using technology, and programming is just a really useful skill to have in general. So I think it's great for young people to be getting into these things, right? Robot. Oh, look at how proud he is. Compliment strongly, compliment like crazy,
Wowee! This is crazy! It's absolutely bonkers! How can you make such a complex robot like this? Are you an alien? Or from the future, maybe? Or some sort of god?
Okay, this last line is kind of a little too much for Yuki.
And this form! Refined yet playful. Such an unconventional design.
Like he's a kid, not an idiot.
It's obvious your sense of style is immaculate. Oh, wonderful! So wonderful! I will never forget this day. I thank the creator that I was able to meet a genius that will go down in history.
Okay, now you're going too far again, Ryuki. You kind of reeled it in at the end there, but then now you're... I mean, I did say confident like crazy, so... Oh, that's cute, though. That means Ryuki's good with kids. Oh, he went back to being...
Looks like the lock has opened.
Looks like it.
Why do I have a button here? It's the answer button for the quiz. About your father, about Mizuki. Okay, the same question. About your father.
Yeah. Andy's Komeiji is my dad. Sorry. I don't really want to talk about him.
Why not?
Well, because... Why does it matter?
About Komeiji's connection to the Yakuza.
Ryuki, you can't ask things like that to a child.
Oh, you're probably right.
Yeah, you also can't talk about a child's chastity belt either, Tama. That's weird. About Mizuki.
She's just a classmate. We're not friends or anything. I don't talk to her much.
So, you're super smart and Mizuki is super strong.
Do you wish you could talk to her more?
No. Of course not.
Even though she's cute?
That Uggo? She's not cute at all.
The Uggo.
His temperature is rising. That was clearly a lie.
Wait, so... This is 6 years ago, and Mizuki aged up, obviously, so I would expect to see an older Shoma in the present time, right?
Yeah, I could tell.
Why did it fade out and fade back in?
I think it's about time we get back to why I'm here.
Oh, that was all just small talk, okay.
I solved it. The Bats 490 code. I solved it.
I became Batman.
How?
That's how I made this robot.
I have to go soon.
We're literally at your house.
So I'll tell you the short version.
Okay, I thought you were gonna honk out on me and...
That's fine. Please just tell me. The video's hidden message pointed to a certain location, right?
Yeah.
And where is that?
Did it point to the quiz show at that time? It's gonna be a big reveal, guys. Come on.
Horidori Lab.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be something that I already knew about. Okay.
the Horodori Institute of Genetics.
Okay, but it's one thing to have a location, but is there like a password, or is there like a certain time I have to be there? Or is there like... There must be more to the answer than just that, right?
I heard about it last night on the news.
Oh, hi. So we have Mr. Blockhead and we have Mr. Forehead.
Truly unprecedented. What a mysterious case.
I wanted to talk to Shoma more.
I am Chikara Horodori, the director of this research institute.
He hasn't retired yet. His 60th birthday was last year.
It's kind of neat. Oh, no, I don't want to. Didn't want to examine the monitor. About Jin, what were you doing at 6 a.m. on the 9th? QR video about the institute. Jin.
I know of him, but I haven't met him in person. I've only read some articles about him online. He's the CEO of a music distribution company. I'm the director of a genetics research institute. We have nothing in common.
Look at his face, you're creepy. What were you doing at 6 a.m. on the 9th?
Jin's estimated time of death.
I was sleeping in my bed at home.
It's like, I'm sleeping in my bed at home, and I thought the little, like, picture they would bring up would be a picture of him sleeping in his bed, but instead it's a picture of the body sleeping, quote unquote.
They say seniors are early to rise, but that's not true at all in my case. Perhaps that means I'm still young.
Is this guy like the So Sejima of this game?
Is there anyone who could back your story?
Don't tell me I'm a suspect.
I'm just doing my job. I've always wanted to say that.
Good for you. Your dream came true.
I live alone now. Unfortunately, there's no one with me at home.
Chikara got divorced 6 years ago. As for children, he has one daughter. She's 32 years old.
Is she another character we know of?
His daughter and ex-wife are currently living in Italy.
Okay, never mind. Usually, anytime anyone mentions a family member, at least from the first game, they somehow became important later.
In other words, there's no one who can corroborate Chikara's alibi.
That's right.
Looks like a grotesque monster might be trapped inside.
I examined the pod behind him instead of him because he keeps shifting.
I actually like grotesque things.
That's not a very nice thing to call Chikara.
Yeah, I know.
Like, if I hover over here... Institute.
We mainly conduct research on gene therapy through genome editing here. Are you familiar with genome editing?
Site-specific nucleases, an artificial restriction enzyme known as CRISPR-Cas9, is commonplace these days. Genome editing is a technique that uses this enzyme to splice, replace, and bind any base sequence of DNA.
I didn't understand that at all. Well, thankfully, Ryuki, I did, because as I said before, I studied biomedical science.
In other words,
this is right up my alley.
Technology that rewrites DNA.
Indeed. Last year, we developed a revolutionary genome editing method we call Purge. With this, genetic diseases that were previously too difficult to treat, for example, severe congenital heart diseases, are now curable.
That's pretty cool.
But that's not all. In theory, using Purge, even immortality is achievable.
Okay, now you're getting weird on me. Immortality.
Oh, but I don't mean your body will be invincible. Death can still occur via trauma, ingesting poison, viral infections, this sort of thing. However, it can make death due to old age a thing of the past.
Can Purge really do that?
Indeed. The body's deterioration due to aging can be prevented by rewriting all of its DNA, maintaining a permanent state of youth. However, this has not yet been proven. It's still in its experimental stage. But it won't be long until our hypothesis is substantiated. The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality.
The English language is so weird, the way that they use yearning for thousands of years. The word for repeated twice, but it makes grammatical sense, but English is weird.
What do you think? Isn't that wonderful?
About the QR video.
It was mentioned on the news. But the video itself wasn't broadcasted, so I haven't seen it.
Then you don't know about Bats 490.
What is that?
It's a video that's very similar to the QR video.
I've never heard of it.
I actually came here to ask you about it specifically. There's a hidden code in the video, and I've heard it points to this research institute.
Okay, but usually with these augmented reality games, that's only the first clue. It points you somewhere, and then you usually have to go from there for the next clue. So unless Shoma told us the final clue...
I have no idea what you're talking about. Perhaps someone just made it up.
Yeah, immortality doesn't seem very fun.
Ryuki,
Like it's
don't you think something is off about Chikara?
chalked up to be. Ooh, do I get to like expose a secret with an X-ray too?
You think so?
You really are dense. You're dense enough to be the target audience for mobile game ads.
Ooh, good burn, Tama. Wow, ouch. Mobile games can be fun. Most of the time, though, they take you to a page to try to force you to download a different game. It's kind of like advertising fraud. Why is that a Tama's trivia thing? Yes, I understand what that... I understand. I want to see if there's something I can X-ray.
Excuse me. What is that statue?
Ah, that's the symbol of our research philosophy here. It will take a while to explain, so perhaps another time.
Raid Shadow Legends. There's a mysterious statue inside the Research Institute for some reason. That seems unhygienic. But unless someone cleans this regularly. Window, door, desk, arm. No commentary to be had. Binder. Chair. Why are all these things interactable to begin with? They want me to thermoanalyze him.
Huh.
His head is very warm.
His temperature is abnormally high, isn't it?
Maybe he has the flu.
Don't make me pluck out your eyebrows from the inside.
Ew.
Do you think he's upset about something?
Probably. Ryuki, let's find out if he's hiding something.
Wink sync. Yeah, let's give it a shot.
See, why did they keep saying wink sync instead of just sync? What's the wink mean? I thought it was gonna mean syncing without the machine. How am I gonna drag him back to the police institute? Wink sync is a simplified version of syncing. You can analyze the brainwaves of the sync subject and temporarily look into their dream. Select Chikara with the cursor. Choose wink sync icon to view a simplified version of his dream. Oh, so it's like a mini sync. What am I, the wink murderer? Okay. Well, yeah, we have time. Let's do this. I want to see where this goes for today. Oh my gosh. If someone just started doing a JoJo pose to you.
This guy.
You just like struck a JoJo pose on him. How would you react if someone did that to you? Oh, there's time. I shouldn't dilly-dally.
Wink sync is a simplified version of syncing, but you're still taking a look inside their dreams.
Dreams are made from memories, so there shouldn't be anything in there that he doesn't know about.
Hey, Celestial, welcome to the stream.
You're saying...
Chikara knows about Bats 490.
I'm running out of time.
He was lying to us earlier.
Well, every time I progress the speaking dialogue, it automatically goes down the time. Okay, that was easy.
Mr. Chikara, can you accompany me to the station?
Wink sync is the simpler version of syncing. From the eyeball, a strong magnetic wave is shot out to the sync subject. This temporarily numbs the subject's brain and puts their brain into a faux sleep state and induces a dream. By analyzing the faint brain waves emitted during this, we can see parts of the dream. It's not a clear image by any means. That was a pretty clear image. To investigate more thoroughly, a regular sync needs to be performed. A wink sync can only be performed once a day because of the high amount of power required. I would need to recharge before performing it again. Personally, I don't like it because of the power consumption. Well, thanks for summoning Kirby.
What? Why?
I'd like to speak to you in more detail. You do have the right to decline, of course.
Very well. I'll go with you.
You're so cool, Ryuji. Or Ryuki. I called you Ryuji. Wait, what? What? Chikara knew he was onto me and disrupted my game with his otherworldly powers. It should autosave. I'm so glad it autosaves. It told me it did. If it didn't... maybe that's an indication to stop for today. It is 4 hours, about. I feel like it would take too much time to do an actual Somnium. Okay, let's see where this loads me. Genetics lab. Maybe, yeah, it's like a Metal Gear Solid fake-out thing where they fake a game crash. Psycho Mantis takes over your...
I wish you luck with the investigation. I'm rooting for you.
That co-appearance was like a dream come true.
Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy bunny!
Why was that the line?
Purified my heart.
I thought it would be easier to talk to you this way.
The Bat's 490 code. I solved it.
Why did Iris's dialogue have nothing to do with anything? Oh, it's just the beginning of this section. Okay.
I heard about it last night on the news.
And that is a kind of cool loading screen. Okay, so you know what? I think maybe this is a good place to stop for today anyways. So tomorrow we're gonna start where I'm gonna progress this up until that dialogue, just so that we have that available. We'll do Chikara's sync first thing in the next stream. So overall, I mean, this game is exactly what I expected. It's pretty much exactly like the first game. Interesting, intriguing mystery. It's a little bit slow-paced. The humor is a little bit off. I do like Ryuki though, so, and I also like Mizuki as well. So I definitely like them more than Date, because Date, like, I don't like the perverted sense of humor in this game, because I don't think it's funny. Like, I don't mind perverted humor, but it has to be funny perverted humor, and it just the game just kind of misses the mark there. Date had too much of that, but here it's kind of more sprinkled throughout because it's like Tama and other characters talking about it. Actually, everyone seems to have some perverted sense of humor except for Ryuki and Mizuki don't seem to have as much of it. It's kind of... anyway, it's a little odd. We'll see where it goes. I thought the game would tone down on it because I remember from the very first game, one of the complaints from a lot of the reviewers said was that they didn't jive with that type of humor. So I thought they would cut back in this game, but apparently not. But the gameplay is otherwise all the same. The only difference, I guess, is the Tamagotchi minigame, I guess, so far. And the wink syncing, I guess, is kind of neat. So, I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. I want to find out more about the mystery. I'm guessing this game, if it's anything like the last game, is going to take me about 8 or so streams to go through. And I'm kind of glad just not to be playing any more Xenoblade right now, to be honest. So tomorrow we'll pick this up with more the Somnium Files and nirvanA Initiative. Thanks so much for coming to the stream. I'll also start the stream off tomorrow with Kirby on my shoulder, just because I know you redeemed that towards the end, and I want to make sure that's respected. You might have to remind me though if I forget. Yeah. Look at those mechanical arms work like a champ. So let's see if anyone could use a raid at this time, and if not, I'll just send you guys off on your way. And also, if you're enjoying this game and you have not seen me play the first game, that game is all on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. You can watch me play through the first the Somnium Files and see how that mystery goes, because it's a pretty good game, actually. And if you're curious about what's going on in the characters, I would recommend that. Okay, so it looks like Aru's still streaming. He's doing a big subathon, so we should go pay him a visit. Maybe give him a follow or a sub if you like. I think he would really appreciate that. He's an awesome friend. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for more the Somnium Files. Take care. Good night.